Good evening, Backgammon fans. Bill Riles, Tar Mendocino, Ace Point Backgammon, broadcasting from Rosemont, Illinois. Rory Pascar's Chicago Open. So round 4 is about to begin in the Swiss format of the championship division. A number of good matches. We can only show 2, of course. So over on Stream 2, which is on the Ace Point Backgammon YouTube channel, we'll have Neil Kazaros versus Joe Urso. Both have 2-1 records. And on Stream 1, Lev Rosenfeld from Israel versus John O'Hagan. Both are 3-0. So should be a great match. These are both extremely accomplished players. Rosenfeld's been running hot, he tells me, for the last month or so, averaging 3 or less. He is already in the final of the Markowitz Masters jackpot. And here he is undefeated in the main event playing John O'Hagan. So this should be interesting. Thank you, Tedster. So anyway, this, this is going to be fun. We've got round 4 here, and then at officially, supposedly 10, probably be more like 10:15, we have round 5 tonight. So 5 rounds will be completed tonight. Now, a number of, I think there's 14 undefeated players. Of course, Lev Rosenfeld and John O'Hagan, who are playing here. We have Carol Joy Cole and Babak Husseini, John Henry Nuber, something or another. It's too long for the field. Playing Matt Reclitus, Quinn Swanger playing Ian Terry, Eduardo Maciel playing Steve Haregrove, Bernard Polara playing Joe Feldman, and Jack Adelson playing Jacob Garal. Going down, you got some great pairings in the 2-1 category. This one, of course, Neil and Joe, Kimon Papadopoulos and Victor Ashkenazi, Michi and Eddie Rodriguez, Dimitri and Oliver Squire. So some great pairings out there. But again, each round we can only stream 2, so we decided I wanted to stream Rosenfeld and O'Hagan, and Tara wanted to stream from among the 2-1 pairings, and she liked Urso and Kazaros. So here we are. So should be beginning shortly. The official start time is 8:15. So I know John is in the room. I haven't seen Lev, but that doesn't mean that he's not here. But, things are going well. This will be a good exercise of elite backgammon. We'll be treated to it here. This will be fun. Probably all of us will learn something if we pay attention. And God, have we, this is what, 3rd day of streaming, and we have had some of the most incredible pairings and matches that are imaginable, really. And so this is, and this just continues that streak. Now, John is 20 years ago next month, or maybe 20 years ago in July, he was a finalist in the Backgammon World Championship in Monte Carlo, lost to Dennis Carlston of the U.S. after O'Hagan was a strong favorite and in a very strong position. But, backgammon has its vagaries and what have you, and he lost that match. Lev Rosenfeld, again, from Israel, very accomplished player, has won a number of European tournaments and what have you. So again, these two guys are top-notch, elite backgammon players.
So you're staying at Val's, huh?
So we will soon, Tara will switch it to our close focus
You're staying at
player
Labs,
cams,
right?
which are great. I think they really allow one to kind of see
I've never been to this
the
place.
face, the emotions, the expressions, and everything, the reactions
About an hour and a half away.
of the players as they
What?
navigate a game.
Indiana.
So this is really fun. John will be playing the yellow checkers on the bottom of the board. He's wearing the glasses and the, what is that, brown or black sweater. Lev in the white sweatshirt with hoodie,
Okay.
playing black checkers at the top of the board.
Good luck.
And this is going to be fun. Here we go. 5 for John. Okay, we're a draw after the first roll. 5-3 Lev. So he makes the standard 3-point. John makes the standard 3-point off of the double 5. 5-1. He's probably going to split the back. Well behind. He may slot. Okay, he does. So 6-1. John makes the bar. Now Lev needs that 5-point. Well, he's gonna, I guess he'll do that. He's having second thoughts. Okay, he takes the 5 over the bar, which is probably correct. 3-1 for John, so that's pretty good. Double 5, 6-1, 3-1. Double 5s for Lev. So we got a okay. Oh, wow. That was a good match, Sean. I know that match yesterday, Victor versus Saba, was like 1.7 for Victor and 2.8 for Saba or something like that. Just some incredible play. It's the 3 and then steps on up. 3-point board. He doesn't want to dance here. He does. Don't think O'Hagan's going to think about it, but I don't think he's quite there yet. Has those 2 checkers to negotiate extraction from Lev's home board. But John's going to give a thorough analysis and evaluation to it. Would I take this if he sends it? 0-0. I don't know. Very well might be a take, but I very well might drop it. But let's see. There it is. John sends it. And Lev drops it. She's just riding on my coattails, Gigi. Don't tell her I said that. Okay, 4-5. So John's going to hit and step up. Hey, you. Tara found your bluebird. She's got it in there. Okay, 6-1. Okay. Lev likes this position. John's 3 back. Has extricated both his back checkers now. Lev has. And has a fairly good structure. John managed to miss that blot on the 9 point. So Lev's going to be attacking. 6-2 makes the bar. Yeah, Lev really likes to use a baffle box. I don't think O'Hagan necessarily cares one way or the other, but we've come to know that Lev likes the baffle box. Okay, steps up. Set of threes, nice shake. Mm, 6-4. 6-4. He's well ahead in the race. Has a better structure. Probably he doesn't want to risk getting hit and leave, lose that advantage. Yeah, I think Tar brings one baffle box, and Neil and Joe Urso are using our baffle box, so maybe that one's Lev's, and it could well be a BLC because I think he's a teacher in that organization, as is O'Hagan. So, okay, it's Lev's baffle box, Tara says. I said, shoot, we bring one, and Neil and Joe had claimed it earlier. Six, 2. Okay. Rosenfeld is very thorough, deliberate player. I don't think his style of play is such that I think he would be unlikely to overlook anything. He seems to evaluate all of the reasonable permutations before he makes a decision. 3 and 5, so he keeps it even on the back and well distributed otherwise. See, Sean posted a message or two. I would think Sean would be in Chicago. It's not all that far from Indianapolis. Where are you, brother? So, okay, 6-3, plays well. 2-1 clears that 7 point. He does have the one anti-joker double 6 on an X roll, but it's probably easier than worrying about clearing the 7 point by rolling something stupid like a 6-3. So now he's got one off of there, so he's even on the back. Should, and that's a big word in backgammon, should be able to bring this home relatively easily. But let's see what happens. Oh, that's right, Sean. I forget. Don't you have to sell some driveway parking spots at obscene prices or something? I can't blame you. My son lives up in that area. He lives in Carmel. I guess they pronounce it Carmel. Side 4 clears the 6. Hey, John, no reason not to stay for one more roll, and that's why you stay for one more roll. We guys take that off. John gets a chance to roll an ace. Well, he wastes that opportunity. He's in, so simple single game for 2 points for Lev. 2-1, Mr. Rosenfeld. You know, I'll dance at your daughter's wedding if you do one favor for me. Over there in the candy tray, there's a bunch of those wintergreen lifesavers. Give me a handful of them suckers. Thank you, Millie. Okay. Okay, so here we go. DT.
Sure.
What are you doing out here?
Hanging out. Almost to play with.
I thought you got 4 lives.
You do.
Ah, you want to sit down? Okay. Okay, dueling 3-point primes. Now that's a handful. Thank you very much. I knew that was a term that you would have heard at some, being southern neighbors as we are. Okay. Not much else to do with that 4, so he does that. Now he's gonna, John runs. Set of aces. That's kind of interesting. What's he do? He makes a 5-point and hits that? Yeah, I believe so. Over on this side, if you would, maybe.
Games.
Mr. David Todd joining me here
In the house.
in the house.
2-1.
Okay. So,
Leading 2-1. John's never passing. 6.
Lev's a pretty good player as well. You know,
Right.
he was telling me over the last month or so he's averaging 3.0 over all the matches that he's played.
I don't see John passing.
Yeah. And
He may not know who he's dealing with there.
he's already in. Yeah, that's true. Lev's already in the Masters final
Nice.
and undefeated here. So he's having a good week so far.
Sounds good.
Sam Pottle acknowledges your presence.
3-2. Hi, Sam. I like this. This is so powerful. Makes the bar just done. This is much more powerful than deuce. Nice play.
Okay.
It's okay.
Nice roll.
Yep. Fight for it.
Hits it. Takes away Lev's opportunity to make that bar.
Yeah, which one did
And
he
he
go
gets
after?
hit. Which one do you hit? I like this hit.
Keeps him off balance. A6, A6. Good
He's
response.
pretty good at 1-6. you know?
Apparently so. And anchor up outside. Perfect.
Nice
Get that
number.
dead piece. Well, it gets his dead piece of wood recycled. You didn't want that guy down there anyway. Not in my world, at least. All the way. Ooh, boxes.
Ooh.
Boxes. Boxes. Holy cow. Ace and deuce?
Well, that was my first reaction. Oh, well, this works fairly well itself. Safe all the way around. 2-5, so come to the 8.
I don't mind it.
5-1 hits.
Nice shake. You needed that one.
6 the hard way.
Needed every bit of it. 3.
Nice shake.
3 for sure.
John ought to be over the casino rolling 7s all night. Man.
And he's not the only one that can roll 7s.
Okay, gives himself as much distribution as he can by that play.
Five, 1. Make the 3. No. I don't like going the deeper. We're keeping earlier. Make the 3.
Nice roll by John to buy himself a little more timing on this play.
And it does. 5-2.
May as well make a break now with something.
13-10.
Yeah, I think. Well,
Duping the 3s that hit. 3s hit and cover. Gives him some flexibility, and he keeps this furthest point back.
but it's 17-10, right?
I'm sorry?
17-10.
No. You break the 15 point.
Oh, I'm with you. Okay. Yeah, I mean, before John improves his board in any respect.
Right. You dupe the 3 to hit and cover out there.
You have to. There you go.
13-10.
You have to make a move now.
Ooh, snowflakes. Into down and in, then count.
Down and in,
And count.
okay. And he's gonna
count.
Gonna
2.
count first. Oh,
Oh,
decide-
wow.
John has the hotel almost finished construction here.
That's what they call it now, the hotel?
Whatever. We do that a lot, you know. Like rooms are open at
Yeah,
the
there you go.
hotel, right?
Rooms.
Send me a guest.
I get it. So use the whole thing to play?
I think so.
I would.
Oh
Wow.
man!
Wow.
So much for that potential problem.
Why isn't the finals of the Masters? Winning the Masters. Yeah. you keep rolling 5s and 5s, you're doing pretty good at the race.
Maybe make the 4. Alex likes making the 4. I don't know.
There's nothing wrong with that. Or this, any of the above.
Yeah. It's,
The difference is so infinitesimal, especially when your opponent's just throwing up again and again. Running G.
so, in every likelihood, he beats this. Famous last words in backgammon.
There we go. See what you did to him? Man, Bill, no one thinks the guy's quicker than you do.
Well,
Uh-huh. More impressive if it was boxes.
okay. So
All right.
John's home free now. Presuming he leaves only one on the 9. Huh?
Neil, 3-0 on Ursa.
Well, even going one checker off at a time, I think he's okay, you know?
I'm betting on black. You can have white. Ask him why he's rolling, love. Right now. There you go.
Well, okay. I'd have had enough of that.
1 to 4.
Wasted 2 seconds of your life there.
Okay. 4-1 Lev.
Neil up 3-0 in a good position.
Yeah, Neil's up over her, so 3-0 on stream 2. Okay, got one out, gonna jailbreak the other one, gets away with it. John's got to step up to put a little pressure on Lev bringing that checker around. Hello.
Nice shake.
Well, at least 2 are going to the bar. Then what? Hit on the 4?
No.
No, another to the bar and it'd go to 10.
Either you make the ace point or 2 down. I'm leaning towards the ace point. Oh, you were right. I was wrong.
Well, I agree with Lev. No, I might not have been right. Oh, man. I got to think John takes that. Eh.
You make the 5 point or the 4 point, Mr. Bill. That's the spirit. I like this.
Yeah, I think that's got to be right. As much as you'd like to not leave a blot, but John's got a blot in his home board, so.
I like this.
We gave him credit too quick.
Ooh. I see. The effort is to unstack the 6.
Yeah, and leaves a spare on the 8.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I like it. No.
I don't like. I'd rather make the 4 than that. And
Yeah.
I think I'd rather make the 5 than either.
Right. He's already doubled. He needs to play strong. No. 2 down. 2 down. You need the 4 and 5 point. I don't like going deep.
Went deep with the 3 and deeper with the 2.
Yeah. Get 2 down, baby. As white, I don't see that.
Make the 3. Yeah, he got a couple of bad shakes, but a lot of good numbers here.
Yeah, that's why it was so huge.
Yeah.
You make the 5 point and spare to the 3. 1, 2, 4. You make the 5 point 2 down. Really big. Maybe too big. 5 points for sure.
5 points for sure, but
You start there and see what the other numbers are. So that
I think I'd rather 5 point and bury the 3. But
it leaves 3, 4, 3, 5, and a 6. 6 numbers.
oh, he's going to split the baby. So that's a lot of. That's what, 6 numbers? No, more than
6
that.
numbers.
6 numbers.
That would have been one of them.
Yeah.
Like this play.
Interesting. He's been pretty aggressive with the cube in 2 different circumstances and paid off both times.
Hasn't paid off yet, and problem is checker play should match the cube play. He needs to. He's gonna cube it. He needs to play strong. I don't like this at all. Why is he doing this? Go back. Okay, so 5. Yeah.
Okay.
There's the point. The board wasn't so good yet you could consider
Do-
ripping, but I
do-
think you just nice and quietly asked him for.
Stack them rather
Yeah.
than rip them.
Be a lot more interesting if the board was broken down a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Punished. And
No.
no fight that.
Then go ahead and leave. Don't burn any pips.
Wow.
Nice guys have a sense of humor.
They
sometimes.
they do.
They really do.
Just take one off. Keep it even on the back.
Not even the back.
Is it not?
I don't think so. I think it's 7.
8. Maybe so.
Yeah, it's 7 on the back. Oh, there you go. I'm solved.
Just roll it again. Can't do it the first time. Roll it again. That's how you win these things.
Okay. Bring it around. Take it in. Okay. Okay, John O got this.
G.
No G6-1 Lev.
One
John's
six.
going to have to gear up here, you know.
I beat Love 22 to 1.
Huh?
I beat Love 22 to 1. Is that overage counting at all?
No extra credit for over.
Ah, doggone it.
Nope.
Okay. John could use a little of that. Or a
good.
little of that.
2 down. Nice. Now you
Set
start
up,
building.
set up well. Man, that's... Okay. Does he get frisky this early?
No. Not with a point on his home board. It's not.
That's the second Jacoby rule, according to Malcolm Davis.
Not with a point in your home board?
Yeah. Don't double without a point in your home board.
John doesn't-
Without a second point in your home. Sure, man.
Hit 2? Yeah, otherwise you'd be shushed. were we too loud? Okay. I didn't think it was either, but
We were playing earlier today.
Oh, really?
I thought we were having fun, and then all of a sudden the guy's like,
Carl,
I will tell you, he did the nicest way possible to ask me to be quiet. But I couldn't think of a nicer way.
is there a chance?
Playing an enthusiastic back game.
Ah, okay.
I don't play back games, sir.
What do you call them?
Oh,
Calls
yeah.
them natural backgammon.
Natural, yeah, that's just the natural game.
Tara will probably come out in a second and straighten the camera up so people can see us, but can see you. So Richard Stubbe has joined David and myself. Are you fresh off a win or?
I did. I scored 8 in the first game, and that always helps.
That's a good way to play this game, especially when they're 9-point matches.
Yeah.
That is true.
Spot me 8, and I'm unbeatable against almost everyone.
Well, that's like last year in Monte Carlo in the quarterfinal and the semifinal. Brandon Macklin won 8 in the first game in each. And I said, hey, you got
nice.
this game solved, man.
Yeah.
Now he's going to the final. Broke his streak. Man, you shouldn't have quit that 8 in the first game stuff, you know?
He had a good plan, should have stuck with it.
Yeah. So who had the better of this pairing earlier?
I
You won? Okay.
I almost got a point, though.
that's what happened to me in my first match. These are 2 fantastic matches.
Yeah.
Joe or so has gotten to be such.
We try to put the good ones up. Maybe we can get David on sometime.
Every now and then, even I can make my way in there.
Have you been up at all?
I'm 0-3.
I mean, no, but even in the jackpot stream.
No. Well, I was that one stream earlier against Love.
Oh, okay.
First one,
That's right.
first
That's
one.
right. That's right. The one where.
Well, my match ended early, and I thought Bill needed some help.
Some real commentaries of all the color. Facts, man.
It's probably good. David and I can feed off each other pretty often sometimes, so maybe it'll be a calming influence.
Perhaps.
At least the voice of reason in a otherwise
Chaotic world.
you got that right.
The main character in the account. That's what's going on.
A lot of choices.
What has happened to Lev is put 6 up on O'Hagan? That doesn't.
Gave him
Left?
cubes he couldn't take or couldn't pass. And,
Yeah, gave him a
won.
couple of maybe a little early cubes, but John had to take them, and they paid off.
Yep. So Bill Tara was showing me the new. I think this is the new baffle box that y'all have at Ace Point.
No,
not? Okay.
that's actually Lev's.
All right.
This is the new
Oh,
Ace
the
Point.
one that's in Joe and Neil.
Yeah, it's a hinged two-piece.
Yeah, it was very neat. Well, Joe did extremely well.
You know, before John's going to have to, make a move or change the momentum in this match here
Oh,
soon.
Maybe he could play a back game.
Joe is looking at being down 8-1 here.
Now that's not a bad roll. What are you doing? I'm staying back on the 18 and going to the 9 personally, but that's just Bill. Well, I could hit too, couldn't I? But too much. I don't. I'll afford it. That's not.
Wow.
That's fair. That's fair.
You don't hit the Richard?
Yeah.
What's that?
You don't hit there either?
I didn't get as much time to analyze that as I would have liked. 'Cause I was
Right.
looking at the other game. But it seems like, you got the better board, and that leans toward hitting, but Lev made it seem like.
No, he didn't.
sorry,
He didn't have the
John.
better board. He made the deuce point
He
with
just
it.
made the dude.
Right. He made the
He
evened it up.
He couldn't have hit any improved the board.
Right.
So what's a better board, David? 6-5-4 or 6-3-2-1?
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, more points. I'm sorry. Those are more points.
To answer John Giorgio's question, it's not a baffle preference tournament. Someone can play with a baffle box if they wish, but they cannot force its use onto their opponent. So you could have two delivery methods in the same match. Yes, Alex is correct. It's player preference. Okay. Going to the 15, huh?
I mean,
What else can
that's
you
your-
do,
If
right?
that's your 5, then that's
If
your
that's your
only 3.
5, that's your only 3.
Hope he doesn't throw 7, but if he does throw 7, he can't hit you and.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one where you decide you don't have a choice.
2. Oh, 2.
96.88. There you go. For the roll. So now it's a. I think that's right. Effectively even. Huh?
That's fortunate. 7.
There's a 7. Doesn't work for John.
Now, of course,
Yeah, I mean, the big one was 5.
loves.
I'm sorry? Well, John got to feel like roadkill about this time.
Yeah.
Not how I felt. As
Well, at this score now, does he cash or play on?
I think he double.
I mean, you've got 9 rolls to make that point. You've got, and then you have a pretty good chance at a. I don't know what. I don't know why you.
Ozan Aguil, 088. That's Ozan. What do you think? Is that the name? Are you the guy from Cyprus who's the very good transcriber as well? Live transcriber? We were talking about the best live transcribers today, and without notes, I couldn't remember your name. Chad Fetters.
Bruce, you say not to double?
Third off,
Yeah,
What's that?
yeah.
I mean, I would.
I was inclined to roll, but
I mean, the only
what do you think?
I was double.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got a really good chance of making that point, and I just want to show what bad things can happen.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, pretty unlikely to go south the next roll. Okay, so John just gonna have to
Roll double fives.
roll double fives, putting 2 in the air. That will definitely help the program. Now he's got to. Depends on whether he comes in or not. Comes in with 1. He plays on from here, huh?
No.
You cash?
I almost.
Oh, he was. I thought. Okay, that was easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
That double 5 strategy is to work very well with John.
John has
Try it again.
stopped the bleeding. So let's try that again. That's, look at this. This is interesting. Eschews the 5, right?
Yep.
Hits and steps up.
He wants to complicate the position.
Two-way 7 away is 84% for the.
Ozon was.
All right.
Yeah, we were very impressed with Ozon's transcription services. Where was that at East Stopter? Or yeah, excellent.
Ozon, you must be very early in the morning too, since it's 9
Yeah.
p.m. here.
Yeah, he's in Iran, so it's 9 hours, I think. So 6 a.m. or something. No, 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 a.m. He's either up early or up late.
Up late. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. Okay, John. I'm sending this puppy.
Moving 5 to hit. Yeah. Doesn't have an anchor.
Could put a second or third in the air. Could hit and make the bar. That's
He can do a ton of damage with a lot of balls here.
and we're gonna test Lev's metal here. And
I don't feel like I can pass this.
yeah,
Nice shake. It's an awesome shake.
1.
2, 3.
Make a point and hit the other one.
Come down.
4 in the air and.
maybe
Yeah,
come
please
down.
Come down. You want to build with the builders.
Yeah, go ahead and try to. He's gonna send it back. I'm with David. I think gotta come down. Try to build the board that much faster. Look there, he got half his checkers off the bar in one roll, man.
There you go.
1.
Back him up there.
Oh, that's right. He's in Cyprus, not Iran. In northern Cyprus.
Oh,
That's right.
Another set of box cards.
No, because he wants the extra builder. Now 3s and 1s cover. You go 6-5, you only have 3s.
Okay. So John might well get back in the match right here.
Looking at 7-6 very quickly. Yeah, that's fine. That's 4 on the roof.
Could be much better than 7-6.
Hey, good point.
Nice.
Okay, Lev needs an ace.
Oh.
Yeah,
He
he's
got
ace.
the ace,
Give
so he
an
got
ace,
the
give an
anchor.
ace, please.
What would Bob Wachtel say about this? In the game until the end? or
Yeah,
something?
yes, he would.
Alex is transcribing it or putting positions in. 1.6% PG. That's after he entered, I guess. Huh?
Ooh, Nice
Ooh,
shake.
gets them both in. Nice shake.
Nice shake.
But now he's going to attack, certainly, and hopefully point on that guy. Can't point on him, but he's going to attack him.
4. The 20.
I'll take the... Go to the 5. Take the double 4 joker away from him. And over on stream 2,
It's less
yeah, it's
painful.
just he only picks up 1
yeah, but
rather
it's
than 2.
less painful. But I still like to up to the 20.
Over on stream 2, Neil Kazaros is punishing young Joe Urso.
Taking him to school.
No, I bought one of the Calcutta cribs, and I got the one with Joe in it, because Joe was in it.
Yeah.
So I'm pulling for a big team. Don is really considering this one. I'd like to know what's going through his head here. As he's like, what is?
Well, one thing, look at the double 4s.
I'm sorry, it's the 3.
3.
It was the last 3. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the double 4s that he was concerned about with those back checkers.
Now he's got a good 6. Nice.
One time long ago, probably 15 years ago, I was really kind of a newbie of sorts, and I asked
Probably.
Kit Woolsey in this type of position, how many checkers
Thought
should
about- I
I
thought about that
want
one,
back? Should I put
I'm
back?
not sure I like it.
He said,
Ouch, there it is. Wow.
A tiempo. I've seen it all weekend long.
Does the kid say something like maximum of 5, Bill, or?
no, Kit said as many as I can get.
I'll take every burger in the place.
Nice shake.
Now we have a game here. Wow, those double 4s came at just.
And, I mean, he's great timing on this position he's got.
And he does win the match if he wins this game.
Correct?
Right. You come up, make the 3. The initial thought. Good idea, Austin.
Understood.
Back up. Back up on the bar.
Back to where you started.
4. This is pretty awkward too. 2.
Hey, take some of that too.
You winning it? Hold on.
Who's this Ian Terry guy that's 4-0?
Who's
Who
gonna
is that guy?
Who is that guy?
Who's gonna put a stop to this Ian Terry nonsense?
Who'd you play? Oh, Quinn Swinger.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh dear.
That's interesting. What do
Yeah,
you do?
the question is, would you
Hit
play?
and make the 3?
The question is, yeah, do you play against the 12 point or not?
How many-
Because you don't have the time, you have to come out. You have to
Has he
come out.
played any of these?
No, he hadn't played any.
That's 2, and make the 3. Yeah. Well, he doesn't have the time otherwise. Play the Ace 4 game, doesn't have the time.
So we're hanging on to the point and not hitting the checker on the.
Because it doesn't make the 5. The reason is because it doesn't make the 5.
He can't make the 5, so he can't hit 5.
Howsoever, I do like your play though.
Right there. You lose again? Well, I mean, that can be expected if you lose to Ian Terry before that.
This is getting like this is the year of Ian Terry.
There you go. Make the 5. That was good. And 4-3. Good news came in. Bad news is
Bad news is he's going to get hit.
out of the fry pan.
Yeah,
Whoa.
5-4 was the only thing.
1,
Wow.
2, make the deuce. No.
No.
Come on, Carter. That's why you're
That's
over there,
the-
Carter.
That's the four blot option.
Make the 2
You
points.
don't go the 4 blot option with John with a 4-point board. 4 blots, 4 points.
There you go.
4-3, 4-5,
This is
4-6,
me.
1-6.
Oh.
Oh no! Don't do Carter's play. Not Carter.
Hey, you
Not
can't.
Carter's play.
You can't listen to Carter. He's like 1-3 or something.
Yes, we would, sir.
How long is he gonna claim that title?
Right.
Oh yeah. Hi, Pete Jarvis,
Hello, Pete.
and he's one of our great APBG shop customers.
My word, what a number.
How did it work with Carter's play? Exactly. A lot better than mine. A lot better than
That
mine.
was a match. That was a match saver of a roll there.
Flop that forward. See you.
Okay, I'm gonna
See you.
take that pork chop away from you.
Ooh. Would have been a shot. And the answer is fantastic. 5-10. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. The gap widens, big fella.
Where there's gap, there's open. When there's triple gaps, there's a lot of hope.
Oh my goodness.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh look. Are you? Come on, are you gonna
Another
take that?
duckers.
It's like something Carter'd roll.
Would be the right answer.
Does he? No.
Plays it very safe. Okay.
And
Okay.
Oh, Joe's putting on a comeback. Got his 8-4.
Look out. Running 8-1.
Was 8-1. Joe's got a nice position here. Certainly not any.
You don't look the least bit like David Todd.
I shouldn't look happy either, do I? There's a reason I'm sitting here.
Ah, reading between the lines.
Because your match ended really quickly, Phil? Is that what happened?
I'm out of it, baby. Not totally. Still hanging on.
Pretty good. Alex has said
4-7. You could lose 4 straight. Yeah.
your mic's on. He says Phil's mic's too loud.
There's a big banner in the hallway. It says, "Shut up, Phil."
So after the after the tournament, you going
That's right,
back to
Mary
the
Ann.
field right away?
Whip them in the line. Everybody needs to hit that like button.
Okay.
I could probably hit my own like button.
You been to the
Set a
Chicago
good
before?
example. Boom. Okay.
Okay. 5 minutes? Or,
Oh, taking a break. Okay.
Okay. John's trying to make a bit of a comeback, as Joe Urso is trying to make a bit of a comeback. But Joe is post Crawford and sitting on the cube.
Yeah, he's going to fool.
It's gonna fool. Neil's never seen this
Yeah,
trick.
he's
He's never seen a trick.
He's going to fool Neil Katzeros, who wrote the book on everything.
Yeah, they're on break. Give us a little ad. That's what I just said. Get ready, Gigi. Right here. Get ready. Watch the TV, the computer. Okay, say everything you wish.
Okay, so aside from the fact that Bill and Tara run incredible tournaments, I love New Orleans. I went to the University of Texas. We used to drive over to New Orleans and have Antoine's, the Pompano at Antoine's, the best meal I've ever had in my life. You go to Cafe Du Monde and you get the beignets. You go to Galatoire, you go to the Commander's Palace, you go to Bourbon Street, Washington's Hotel for the oysters. I mean, there's nothing like New Orleans. If you haven't been there, you gotta go. And there's a great excuse to go. You're welcome.
Well done.
Thank you, Phil.
Not that long. My stepsister went to Sophie Newcomb before it was part of Tulane, and when I was at the University of Texas. But
Well, he didn't graduate until he was 62 from
That's right.
Texas, so you know.
that's right. Wait a minute, you're close. It was almost in '62 that I graduated.
I was talking age.
No,
but-
'67 actually.
That'll be a ball game for Neil.
Yeah, and Phil can help a little on this, but I'll say something. The Mochi Ralph Bird High Roller Tour, or whatever the hell they call it, is going to be in L.A. immediately before the L.A. Open on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Tar and I have been contracted to come out and stream that, and Phil is going to be the front of the house or whatever, and tell us more.
Well, you're going to have many of the very, very best players in the world playing not your normal backgammon. First of all, Mochi Millions is like a combination of poker and backgammon with chips. Then we're going to be playing some of the variations that I've invented and come up with. And Jim Pasco's going to be there. He's the king of variations. I mean, we're going to have Joe Russell, David Wells, Mochi, Kazuki. Ralph Bird himself is a very top player. It's going to be really an amazing. Frank Frigo's going to be there. It's just an unbelievable thing. And then they're going to go my Jamaica tournament in August. Before that, they're going to do it again before Monte Carlo, and they're going to do it again in Dubai. So Ralph Bird's got his own little crew. Oh, wait a minute. Matt Cohen-Geyer and Bill Phipps are coming.
That's what I was just going to say.
Yeah,
Matt Cohen-Geyer and Phipps are coming.
That's why I'm going to be running the thing instead of playing. I'm
Yeah. Somewhere in
I make sure, first of all, I'm in charge of the money. We keep a record of everybody's, and we're talking about big money. We're going to have $500 and $1,000 chouettes. I mean, it's going to be some big money, and I keep track of all the money. Everybody's there we trust and is honest, and I collect and pay at the end. But I'm also organizing, and I'm also the tournament director. If there's a ruling to be made on any kind of a ruling, it's me. And I'm also going to step in and play in some of the variations myself. I'm going to be helped by Ben Friesen, who's going to be there. And I think Julius High has volunteered to come and help out. It's really going to be a very unusual, exciting, big-time gambling. But I don't think anybody's ever streamed big-time gambling before in backgammon. Not for one day. I don't think they've ever streamed. People who usually gamble want to keep it under the radar. But this is over the radar. This is amazing.
Well, we're looking forward to it. And
How many times have you seen a guy take a cube that might be $10,000 or $20,000 if he gets it wrong? They're going to see stuff like that. This is a high roller.
When is this happening?
3 days before the LA Open.
This
Sunday,
is
Monday, Tuesday.
the 8th through 11th of June is when this is going to be. Then they go play in the LA Open, but I go down to Jamaica. I'm running a small tournament in Jamaica, and then again they're going to do it in August before the big Jamaica tournament in Ocho Rios. Same group. Ralph has got this troupe. It actually started in a long time ago in Las Vegas at Jim Pasco's house. I organized it with Jim. We invited Ralph Bird, and he liked it so much he's been organizing these things ever since, both online and live.
Yeah.
And we
That's
did one in
over.
New York, by the way, also with a challenge with Mochi, and it was great.
Neil
It
won.
could have gone either way.
Well, Pete Jarvis, I hope you work it out so you are able to go to New Orleans. Lev and John are back at work here.
Right.
I was there 4 or 5 weeks ago for a short weekend in Atlanta. And did stop by the tournament hotel, which looks just absolutely great, Bill.
Oh, yeah.
Great looking place.
I respect these guys greatly because they're using the best baffle box. I know you may not believe that, but it happens to be made by me, and it happens to be my design.
Yeah, crazy coincidence.
You can't hear the baffle box, can you? Listen.
Unfortunately- Well, maybe since Neil and Joe have finished and have freed up our baffle box, we can switch them out.
Oh, shoot. I also sell scorecards, but I have to tell you, yours with the new invention is far superior for the same price. I wouldn't buy
We've
one of
got
mine.
like 19 color combinations.
Yeah, I wouldn't
too.
buy one of mine with compared to what you've got. Except if you buy one of mine, you might get a kiss from me along the way.
Thank you, Bill Shea. That Tara makes all her own ads like that and the lead-in promos for these various tournaments that we stream.
In the meantime, John is in real trouble here.
Yeah.
He's in trouble. This roll, I don't think you can possibly double at this score. I don't know what Lev is thinking about. It's just not possible at 2 away, 5 away for him to give a cube here. Plus, this game is not gin. You got to wait till it's gin. But there's nothing wrong with thinking about it. Boy, you should have doubled.
Makes the makes the 3
Yeah,
point.
the idiot didn't double. What's the matter with him?
John looking for a 4 with a 4 or 6 on it.
He's happy to come in. Even here, I don't double. You just get this score. You just don't give the cube. I bring another one down. Look at the other side of the board is just not that good.
2 and 6-3. Is it?
Ooh, that's not that helpful. Doesn't hurt.
Certainly changes the race.
Got to make it a little bit more painful for Lev to be very loose with any play here with that 4.5 point board.
I'm not sure about this one, but I play 6 to 5. He does too.
Yeah.
Okay, 6-3 could be interesting, but it's not to be.
Well, you think dirty, don't you? You think dirty thoughts. 6-3 would have been nasty.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
You just bring him down.
bring him down.
He's thinking about
Hope
making the 2
hope
point.
he doesn't roll a 6.
Oh, you can't make the 2 point. You can't make the 2 point. You bring him down. What else are you gonna do?
Yellow's at 110.
No, you bring him down.
Black is at 47, 55, 63, 73, and 26.
That's right.
Now 89.
It has to be right because that's my play. Oh, you're using science? You're using logic to defeat my arguments? I hate that. Carter, no matter what I say, it's going to be wrong when he starts counting pips and stuff.
All right, well, black's at 89, yellow's at 110.
Aha. That's after roll.
That's after roll, after this roll.
So it was almost dead even. before the roll.
Please, please don't let Carter be right. Please, please don't let Carter be right. Anything but Carter being right. That's my play. He's smarter than both of us, Carter. Whatever he says is right. Oh, no way.
No.
No
Absolutely
way.
not.
No way.
You've got a huge advantage.
Oh.
Don't risk it, right?
Oh, I mean, it's not worth it.
Not worth it.
If you're a gammon go, you might make this. Oh, my God.
No. No.
Wow.
Never tell me Lev Rosenfeld.
Wow.
It's not what?
Fun.
Oh, that play was amazing.
It's also that's not a guaranteed cover. I mean, it's not even a likely cover.
Yeah,
Oh,
like Sam
wow.
said, they can't even cover it.
He doesn't.
Uh-oh.
He doesn't cover it.
Now
Okay.
he's got
Uh-oh.
now he's got 2 blots
Now,
that
if
can be
I'm
hit with a
if
one
I'm-
shot.
I would have doubled and rolled an ace one. Whoa! I was thinking about doubling before that roll if I was John. I'm serious.
Oh, you
John
can see
didn't
one?
even consider it. It was inconsiderate.
Well, you might consider it now. But I don't know.
Nah, the race is too
That
close.
score.
You're not going to get a recube. That's one reason you double faster.
44, 68.
I don't think this is a double though.
Black is still at 89.
It's an easy take.
And
I wonder if
It's
John.
almost like a free roll for
Yeah.
the match.
I wonder if John knows about O'Hagan's law.
40 and 84.
Does he have market losers?
He's up 5. Well,
I mean, that's why you can't double.
6 and 2's kind of got to go.
6 and 2 go to the ace.
Yeah.
Well, that
Uh-huh.
doesn't escape
1.
You don't come out. That I can tell
You
you.
don't come out. That's for certain.
you. 38 and 38. 76 for
No.
yellow.
Well, why do you do that?
Pips. You're doing that for pips. For pips. I'm splitting him at this score. Oh, John. Would have been much more fun to split.
Let's see what we got. Well, there's going to be
He cannot double. He cannot double at this score.
going to be 7 4-0s.
This is a. If he doubles, it's going to be a take and immediate recube.
67 for black. And
66, 67, according to Alex. Or
okay.
Although if he recubes, it's a 4 cube and it doesn't win the match, so it might be a double. Because if John takes and recubes, it's not for the match. That's an incentive for.
Yellow has got 66. Black's got 67.
66, 67.
Well, it can't possibly be a double.
Yeah, but what if you're just feeling it, Phil?
What if you just feel it?
Yeah, but he's got wastage. Yellow has wastage on the gap on the 4, an extra 2 pips on the ace, and an extra 1 pip on the 2, according to the Keith count. That's 2, 4. That's 5 pips of wastage.
Neil is suggesting it's good to have a solid race lead when you double.
Very solid.
You guys might want to put that in the book.
What about Simborg's law? You should be winning when you double.
You should be winning.
That's a start. Under certain trailing conditions.
Well, yeah.
Okay, go to the whip, John.
Yeah, there's a whip.
Yeah, there's the whip.
Nice call, Bill Riles. You snaked him. You snaked him, Bill Riles.
You might think about it. What, 56 for yellow?
I think this is double pass.
45, 47, 49, 52.
My gut tells me it's a pass.
56.
He can't redouble for the match. Think about it. What?
About what?
Yeah, about 22. It's a pass. It's a pass.
So Neil, what is Black's chances?
I think it's a pass. All right, Kazaros says double for sure.
Okay, let's keep
Stimborg
it
says
down while
pass.
they're thinking about the. Okay, 4-8.
He didn't take any time at all thinking about it.
He had already thought about it.
Yeah.
Go to the long.
This doesn't say Crawford. Oh, okay.
That close.
Okay, Crawford 5 away.
Check the chat. Was that a pass?
484 pass.
Alex is saying 84%. So Neil is
84% wins. 484 pass.
So it was a big pass.
Huge.
They had to go hard.
Okay. What do we do here? Let's slot to 5. And
Well, gammons don't matter. Pretty much either way.
I think I'm playing to the 16 and the 5.
Uh-huh.
Well,
No slot.
I wanted to slot.
You know, more fun to see a slot.
Absolutely. Now, Lev's just got to carefully bring this home and not,
Yeah.
if he can, not worry about it.
It's a good role for starting that project.
That's not a good roll. He's leaving a shot. This is very, very big for John. He needs to hit this 3. He needs a 3, and he missed it.
And move it.
2s, 4s, and 9s. 9.
That covers
9.
it.
All it covers. See, that's why you say it out loud so you don't miss it. A lot of people might miss that double 3 cover. He must think he has a race. He must think he has race equity, or he wouldn't come up.
48. 73.
He's counting it. That's what he's just counting.
121 for white. And 55, 63, and 52. 115 for black. Now 112.
Well, it plays like DMP, and at DMP you're supposed to race. Ooh, I would have liked to hit there. That would have been hit. Ooh, big roll. That could be the match. That roll right there.
Probably had it anyway. That just kind of solidified it.
Yeah, that just is what the nail in the coffin.
They still got the midpoint to clear. John's going to race anyway. Let's look at it. 53, 61, and 41.
Even if he's not winning the race, it's his best chance. What other game does he have?
102 for white, and
sometimes your best game plan isn't necessarily a winner.
Yeah.
Just
he had a good race, but now he's back in the super.
oh my
Oh,
goodness!
no,
Why is he doing this?
No.
Why?
Bang.
Why did he do that? He's going to be punished unmercifully. If he loses the match, that play is the play that'll keep him up tonight. That play would keep me up for a long time.
Wow.
And when he misses this, he's still going to hate that play.
That's a pardon before he left the courtroom. You know?
This is positive proof again that there is no justice. No justice in backgammon. The world is not fair in the world of backgammon. He should have been really punished for leaving that shot.
I think it's also good to watch, John O'Hagan's one of the best players ever, and he has bad luck happen to him too in the same amount that the rest of us do. That double 6 was really unfortunate.
I will say this. Lev is not afraid to take chances.
No kidding. No,
Man, has he got guts.
He's made the fun play on at least 3 occasions. And,
Oh, my
I
God.
salute him for it.
He is not afraid to take chances. It's twice he left shots since I've been sitting here that I wouldn't have dreamed of doing it.
No, I mean, literally, 3 numbers that hit there?
Yeah.
Yep.
179.
4-3.
It was an illegal move. He moved 2.
No, that's
No, he moved
We
2.
have a 3 left.
John's right. He's got a 3 to play here. We're playing legal moves, so John is supposed to point him out every time. That is the original.
Oh, this would have helped.
One of his best rolls, double 6. Okay, this could get awkward. That's getting awkward.
Where there's a gap, there's hope, I think Bill Riles used to say.
Okay, here's the key roll of the match right here. Shot time.
Here's the key roll.
6.
He got it.
Whoa.
He got it.
Baby.
He breathes. He's still breathing.
What an insane game this is.
Okay.
Oh, he saw the cover. That was amazing. Now he's concerned about how is double 6 and double 5 going to play on his next roll. That's all he's watching for at this point. So if he just brings it all the way, everything's safe. No, 1, 2, No, he would leave a shot with double six if he just brings it around. That's what he's thinking.
Lev just kept living on the edge on that for whatever reason. And finally, he slipped off.
Yeah.
Well, he took
right.
a number of unnecessary chances and got smashed, got lucky, got smashed, got lucky, and eventually got smashed.
Well, in fairness, there might be a 1% chance that we're wrong.
Not all the way up to 1%.
Not that high? So gammons really don't matter too much for John. The difference is he doesn't get a free drop, which is at a free drop's worth about 2.5%. So he's not playing for gammons. He's just playing for the win. He's thinking about clearing the 6 point. Let the guy in, but double sixes could still win him the game. You're supposed to clear the 6 here. As long as you have a spare on the 3, your odds of leaving the shot next time are pretty good.
Look at that. Wow,
Look
that's
out.
just a crazy.
John Stills. Whoa!
Hey, here, have some of this. Wow.
It's
Rolls a birdie in on top of his birdie.
Yeah.
If it wasn't with the baffle box, people would start questioning the dice, wouldn't they? If it happened online, everybody would say it was crooked.
Yeah, I think people who complain about online dice have never seen real dice do the things
That's
that
right.
they do sometimes.
You're right. All right, we're going to see more games here.
Maybe.
John hopes for several more games.
That solves that. All right.
Okay.
So now that he's got an odd number, 5, that means that
Got a free drop?
Lev has got a free drop. He can, if he's behind after the opening roll and John doubles, Lev can pass without really costing him anything. And John should double on the very first roll no matter what. Unless he forgets. What are the odds that John's going to forget? Anybody?
I'm going 0. Over under 0.
Over under 0? I think you're about right.
Alex says he's never heard anyone complain about the dice online or otherwise.
That's good.
Okay. Run.
All right. And it's going to be roll, double, pass. Roll,
Yep. Roll, double pass.
double, and
is
pass. A free drop, so he should pass. No, he should double. It's a free drop. You have to double. You don't gain anything by waiting when your opponent has a free drop.
All right. 3 points.
Except you might make him think you're stupid. That might work.
correct. Only have so many chairs and mics,
Right.
Alex.
Now, there's no free drop, so he virtually has to take any cube that is sent his way.
You don't mind, I'll commentate.
Okay.
Is the roll 2-1 or 3-1?
Neil Kazaros is joining
3-1.
us. Does Neil know anything about backgammon?
Huh?
Doesn't see 3-1? What's he doing?
He played 2-1. What the? And John didn't notice it either.
What's going on? I mean, are we watching the same game?
I don't know.
We missed it.
That was strange.
See how it works out?
Maybe it was ace deuce. It had to be
Yeah.
ace deuce knocked over.
Yeah, he knocked it over.
Maybe so.
Must have been ace deuce knocked over.
We'll go back and look at it.
Ooh, that's a fine roll. Lev, that's huge.
Yeah, Alex says it was 2-1. Must have been knocked over because it was 3-1 when we were looking.
So it got not knocked over. Had to be.
Now, some of you might think that John has forgot that he should be doubling here because it's post Crawford, but John doesn't forget these things.
John is not going to double till he has some market losers.
Yeah, he wants to make it a little bit of a tough decision for
What
Lev.
about this play? Yes, market losers right now. Sure. Exactly. That's a great shot.
I'd bring one more down. Ooh, do you do that, Neil?
I think so.
You do? Okay. So Neil and John disagree with Phil. Who do you think is right?
Very important to hit.
Helps his timing. Got a 1-3 back game.
Lev does not want to play a back game. He's not going to have a
Neil,
choice.
Or Phil's hat's awesome.
I think he just got to come out.
Hey, Jonah, I hadn't seen you in ages, man. Online chat or otherwise.
I like that.
The inside point's much more valuable than the 7-point.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, making the 7-point broke the midpoint, left an ace shot from the bar. And
That's a good lesson. I was tempted to make the 7-point.
getting more. Definitely more gammons coming this way.
Uh-huh.
Lev rolled a good shot to make the 18-point without giving up the 22-point. Oh. Not clear for that fourth deuce.
I like that last one because you're on gammon save.
Yeah. He wants to get it out of there.
Right.
Okay.
Big roll here. Big roll.
To
Flunk.
the
Wow, what do you do, Neil?
22.
I think I'm with Chris. I stay on the 23. I don't come to the 22 where there's 4 builders on the point the man wants to make on my head. You know he's going to make the 22 anyway, and you got 5s and 6s out of there. It's a whole lot better than being on the roof.
Okay, John looking for
Out of there is good for John.
Would have
John
prefer-
looking good here.
prefer to 5, but he really prefers getting out of there.
Gotta go. Not a bad shot there. Home to safety.
This is not real easy for John to bring home.
And Lev liked a nice little small roll there so
Yeah.
he can maintain his timing.
Small
See,
is good.
if Lev rolls big, he may end up having to break something or break his board.
Here we go.
Here's a shot already. Look at this. That's a real bad
It's
one,
not
John.
a shot if you clear the 6-point.
Yeah. I don't think he'll do that. He'll just pay off a 6.
At gammon save, you might do that, huh, Neil?
I don't think so because you get gammoned later.
Ah,
You get in trouble later and gammon then with no defense whatsoever.
Look at this.
so you just
We
can't be
missed.
too chicken.
Oh, that's a beautiful number. That's about his best. That was about his best roll. Well, I would have preferred double 5, but I'll take that. See, now Lev runs out of time.
I think you should go off the bar.
I would go.
I would go also off the bar point.
I would go and keep my board.
It's not that safe. It's for John.
No, there's a lot of bad. That's a blunder, honestly. Probably a blunder.
No, where's the first one?
Now he's got the same problem.
Why didn't he play 5 minutes?
I'm not sure why. You need to save a 5 in this position.
5-2 and 5-3. 5-3. 5-2.
He didn't need to save a 5 because he didn't roll a 5.
Well,
Ace and deuce, huh?
He's clearing the 8.
Point cleared is a point not
I know
to be
I'm clearing
feared.
the 8-point.
A point cleared is a point not to be feared.
I know I'm clearing the 8-point. No question in my mind.
John agrees. There are
Cover it
gaps
up.
here.
Nice
This
roll.
is the key roll right here for the match.
This is it.
And that's
Boom.
Nope.
Nope.
No boom.
Sixes are killed.
No boom.
That's another reason to clear the ace 8 point because all your sixes except 6-1 and 6-2 are killed. That gives you more time to stall.
Excuse me.
You got more time for Lev to run out of time and have to break anchor.
Yeah, what he said.
Pick it up, keep your spares, no blots. Nice roll, Lev. That's a joker.
Oh, big roll for John.
Well, it might be 8-8 now. Oh, that is a joker.
And you make the 2 point.
Look it up in the dictionary, and there's a picture of that position and that roll.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's not over. Probably over.
The
It's gotta
dice
be
gods
still,
are not done with these guys yet.
it's still 90%. It's got to be over 90%. This is when your 2 checkers on roll with a better speed board than your opponent, you're good over 90%, at least 90%.
Okay, 6-2.
Looks like John has fought his way back into double match point. Wow.
And he could afford that miss. Pretty much gin.
Alex said he just looked up Joker in the dictionary and had a picture of that position and a picture of you.
I take that as a compliment, Alex. Thank you.
And this is game time.
Oh, okay.
Getting rummy. It's
Here
my
we go.
game. There we go. All right, double match point. We got a
Okay. We've
cliffhanger.
We've got our money's
we
worth
got
in
a
this match.
cliffhanger. Neil, you weren't here, but we saw Lev make 2 or 3 big gambling plays that none of us would have made. And he might have been right, but we all thought it was nuts.
And he got
He got punished.
Before I got here, right?
Yeah. He left shots and hit loose when he
I saw,
clearly
I
winning.
saw a couple. I was like, why did he leave that shot?
All right, John takes the lead.
Okay.
So the strategy at double match point is to win a race. And if you're not winning the race, then you just play all out back games or priming games or hitting games, whatever you can do.
Now what? I guess you hit.
It's a bad roll for the race.
So you hit. Well, you hit because you're going to
hit.
be attacked otherwise. That's a nice roll. Okay, John needs a 5 now or he's going to end up the underdog.
Double threes.
There you go.
5-3.
5-3.
No worries. Anybody's game.
Hit again.
Bang away.
You got to hit because you don't care about gammons here. So you're going to hit loose much more.
This could be a long game.
It already is.
1, make it. And I guess make that. I like that. And John can't make his 5 point.
He can hit twice, though.
I think he's just going to run from the 20. He's just going to make Lover's Leap. You're hitting with a 6.
I might hit twice.
Run. Run doesn't do much, though. You know, it doesn't look right. It doesn't look good.
Take a chance.
I think he. I think Chris is
Trencher
right. I'm
likes
gonna
the hit, and so
I
do-
think I'm going to
and so
play
do I.
13-2. I'm not going to hit twice inside.
All
I'm
right,
going to stay. I'm going to stay off my ace point with a 1-point board when the opponent's anchored on my 5 point.
But it looks like Trencher talked you into the hit, huh, Neil?
Well, Trencher's right. You don't want him to point on you and consolidate. I think you got to play 13-2.
I hit twice because it's fun. Didn't we come here to have fun?
We came here to try to win. So you still hit
that.
twice?
I forgot that.
Right to hit twice.
It could be.
Because that's it. He rates to hit one guy but not the other, and then you make his 5 point next game. And you got 4 guys in his board, and he's got 5 in yours. So what? It's just
Yeah.
one game, and that works to John's advantage when Levis.
I might have been right.
You got a point there on the clock.
Hitting twice. Hit twice. Hitting
Definitely
twice
not
is,
this.
Hitting twice is so much more fun, John. Even though you're from Indiana.
He's just trying to see if he can talk himself out of it, and in the end, he won't.
That was Neil's original play. Too pedestrian for me.
No, it wouldn't have. He would have come out and made the 10-point. He can just handle this without crack. That was actually good. Okay, Lev wants to point on him, and he doesn't, so he hits loose.
Lev's got 2 interboard points to 1, so that favors hitting. Even that slight difference gives you a reason to hit.
There's a miss.
Ugly.
That's
Just
run around now.
Just run.
And you come back.
that must be Avi Cohen. Hey all.
Do you lift that up? I think so.
Do you hit or come down or up? I guess you don't hit when you're outboarded.
You don't hit when it doesn't do anything. It's behind the anchor.
Well, that too.
And you want to get off that 23 point while you can before it gets worse. There you go.
That's nice shake.
This is bad.
I'm tempted to run.
Likewise, Avi, we miss you. Wish you would
I'm
be in
tempted
there.
to. I'm tempted. I would not break. I don't know about that. I don't think so. I'm tempted to run or break my 11 point. I don't think I
And
would
he
have broken
gets-
the midpoint there. I
and he
think I might
gets-
have run.
Just run.
I think I would have just run. I'm with Filler. I would have just run.
The reason you move the back one is they're more connected now. If he gets hit, he has more return shots. And he could
This
get
hits.
hit. It hits.
It
There's
hit.
all kinds of return shots.
Yeah.
But I just think I played 2 down.
I don't blame him for playing 2 down. I would not hit either. I'd play 2 down.
A little crusty. But
I would not hit either.
How about 1 down and slot the 3?
That's okay too.
Too early to.
That's my play. 1 down and slot the 3.
That's fine. That's okay.
You don't strip the midpoint that way.
Yeah, you might need that midpoint unstripped. With this many checkers back.
Ooh.
He hasn't hit the clock, so this doesn't mean anything.
One thing to look at when you have the normal 1-point borders, how do your opponent's sixes from the bar play? Your opponent cannot enter with a 6, so he has to come in with a small number and play the 6. Here he's going to come in with a small number and play the 6 by whacking on the 5-point. Unless, of course, he rolls 6-3. So there's almost no. There's like the only bad roll after this play, basically,
Double 6.
is double 6.
That's
So
why
find a
you don't
different
make the play. It's just not enough. I see no reason not to slot the 3.
Because he wants to build us for the 4-point.
I see. Now I see a reason.
That's nice. Now, John just needs to make a point right now. Ooh, that'll work.
That's not a bad roll.
Blocks that. Blocks the 6s.
That's a nice roll. And that's an
That's
incredibly
a
nice roll.
lovely roll.
Just run.
I'm just getting out of there.
Just run. You got to be up in the race. Run the back checkers all the way.
black has 130.
After running, right?
White has.
And that's after running?
Go to the corner with 2 back.
Yeah,
Me too.
9
9-50.
I would have run to the corner and speed gammon.
At the beginning, I said the strategy at double match point is to win a race.
Looks like you're ahead. Keep going. Keep them
No,
going.
keep it going.
If you're up in the race, you race.
Don't put those kickers on your 2-point yet. Keep them going so you can land on them.
Oh, now,
look at here.
Now the
now
other
look-
guy keeps them going.
now who's up in the race?
John is 7.
It's almost like an even race if he's up 7 because The average roll is a little over 8.
It's not even, but it's easy to count. $77. That's mirrored. 77 down here.
Counted, right?
36, 52, and
This is the very rare game where each side has
84.
Yeah,
7 pips.
7 pips.
You don't see this position too often.
Each side has the other side this way.
Yeah.
I had a game earlier today where each guy had the other guy's 6 point.
Oh my
How about
gosh.
you've seen that?
Not too often.
According to that, at the end of the nice long tough match, we get a real good.
I'll go to the 7. Yeah.
If you're winning the race, you clear. Clear from the rear.
I would clear. No need to bury checkers to my 2 point just yet either.
Just clear the
When
clear
you're
the
ahead,
12
you
point.
clear.
Clear the 12 point. Even if the race is close, you
Even if it's even in the race.
yeah, you just don't want to waste. That's the play.
John has plenty of time to recheck his count, think about it, whatever.
Well, actually, he was thinking, what would Phil do? And he would do the opposite. First big double is going to be the winner of this match.
O'Hagan's got a sizable advantage in this game now.
You're
Make
winning-
the make the
Wait a
4.
minute, isn't he winning the race? Don't you just clear?
Yeah, but playing they're in the back. It's very inefficient racing wise. They're consistently good team.
I think I make the 4 point.
I think
How far ahead is he? Chris, you got the count?
150.
104 for white.
Before the roll?
85. 107.
107 for black.
Is that after the roll?
That's before the roll.
Before the roll.
So he's going to be up 10. So
He's going to
maybe
be
he
up
does
10
have
after the
to
play.
I clear from the
I
rear.
hate to put those guys on the stack on the 8 and 7 rather than make
I'm inclined to do that. I think it's very close.
It's efficient.
You want to clear with a 5 or a 6.
The other thing is,
Right.
according to Mr. Trice, you want your checkers on
Remember,
your 4
the other
point.
thing is the holding structure in the outfield. He's holding.
No, don't. No, I don't like that. It's
I think I would have gone 6 to 5.
running it. Run it. All right, there we
Now you're clear.
Okay, just a dice rolling
Yes.
game now.
That's a
That's-
good
If
roll.
it's a dice rolling game, you want to start with
Great
something
roll.
like that.
The first big double is going to win this game. The match.
Advantage O'Hagan here. That's okay too. He's got a bunch of numbers to get to the 4, like this.
That's just an average roll, actually. 8 pips.
It's average.
Just about average.
Lev needs a double.
Or 2. Depending. That's a very good roll for John.
It's
12 pips.
well, folks. The opera is starting.
The curtain is going up.
Yes.
I go to the 3. That's my play.
He's up 6. Now he's up 12.
Whoa.
Whoa, man.
That hurts. That hurts, Lev.
3-1 is better at the beginning of the game than at the end.
Okay, he's got to roll 5s or 6s right about now.
Not just 1 5, but 2.
Right.
4's improved.
Okay. Oh, man. Oh,
I would play 4-3. I don't know. Hardly matters. Maybe this is better. He's got to have doubles. 6.
oh,
Hardly matters though.
hardly matters, but it's still ugly.
He rolled a 1. That made it interesting. That 1 is the only hope that Lev had. He can still roll doubles now. Double 4s or greater.
If he gets a chance.
That's it.
Good match. Okay, nice match, John O'Hagan. So next
Nice pass of the race cube, John.
Yeah.
next round is going to start
No, I'm fine.
probably in the next 5 or 10 minutes.
Another minute?
Yeah.
All right, I'm up to the.
It was at this tournament,
My drive call.
maybe 30 years ago, that O'Hagan won, and nobody knew who he was.
Oh, really?
From Indiana, nobody knew who he was. He won this tournament. I remember it
That's
well.
pretty good. Four no's. We're going to have O'Hagan, Carol Joy Cole, Bernard Pilara, Matt Reclitus, Ian Terry, and 2 more. Either Steve or Eduardo Adelson or Gabral.
Carol Joy Cole, 4-0.
Carol Joy Cole.
Yes. I'm rooting for her. That's great. Good job, Bill.
Okay, folks, there's several matches yet to report, but probably in the next 15 minutes or so. So hang in there. One more round tonight. Now, tomorrow, let me look at my schedule. What's tomorrow? Sunday. Round 6, 10 a.m. 10 a.m. tomorrow. Be here or be square. So, we don't know yet. The pairings aren't up. There's several matches to be completed. There are going to be 7 people at 4-0, and 5 of those have been determined. Carol Joy Cole is 4-0. John O'Hagan, Bernard Pilara, Matt Reclitus, and Ian Terry. 2 more undefeated matches to be completed, and several other matches. We've got like 5, 6, 7, 8, like eight matches to be reported yet. So it's going to be a little while, and yeah, we got some fan favorites here among the people with no loss. Carol hasn't been streamed, and of course she's a fan favorite to try to get on the stream. Bernard Pilara hasn't been streamed. Matt Reclitus hasn't been streamed. So we're going to try to get some, maybe get a new face or 2 on here. So we'll have to see how the pairings come out here in a bit. Ho, ho, ho. Yes, he's one of the others. Sam, although he has been streamed, so we'll just have to see. The ones that have not been streamed are CJC, Bernard Pilara, and Matt Reclitus. So we'll see how those come out. Ooh. Oh, man. We've had a great string of matches today. We've got one more round tonight, and then 10 a.m. tomorrow. So it's going to be a busy day tomorrow. And then, of course, the tournament continues through Monday, as Monday is Memorial Day. So all of the finals are scheduled to be played on Monday. Absolutely. To my many fans. Okay, who else? Eduardo Maciel won over Steve Hairgrove. So, and then among the one-loss players, still a number of big names there. Victor, Bogerlund, Michi, Neal, Petco, Dimitri, Phipps, Ravello, Rosenfeld. Jerry Tansey, Kit Woolsey. So a lot of big names still with either 0 or 1 loss. Okay, let me go in here and I'll be back in a couple of minutes, probably by, I would hope by 10:15, we will have the next round going. Oh, man. What's up, Bubba?
4-0. I heard there's two pretty good players. Not so good players.
Well,
Well, we will see. I guess best case. What's it?
Wait,
Worst
what?
case, best case
Daryl?
would be person I never heard. I guess that's the worst case. We'll see. Reckless. May as well. Should be fun. Not done yet. There's a couple matches going.
okay, so 8:01.
There's only one left.
Oh, overall.
Yeah.
All the
Yeah, I know that. I can't play now.
a lot of people want to see Carol. Okay, folks, pairings are up. We're starting soon on stream 1. We're going to have John O'Hagan versus Carol Joy Cole. Stream 2, we're going to have Matt Reclitus and Ian Terry. Both of these are undefeated pairings, 4-0 records for all 4 of those players. So, this should be fun. O'Hagan, great player, superb. We've streamed him a couple of times, but Taryn and I had decided among the undefeated players.
Put me and Ray on the stream next. At least one.
All right, and we've already chosen our matches. So we decided among the undefeated players, Carol had not been streamed, and everyone wanted to see her, so we were going to put Carol on the stream. Matt Reclitus had not been streamed. We were going to put his on the stream, and then whoever they drew would be it. Unless they drew each other, then we'd have to do something else. But as it turns out, Carol Joy Cole and John O'Hagan, Ian Terry, Matt Reclitus. So this is the last matches of the evening. Round 6 starts tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Chicago time. So buckle up for some more good action here. Oh, man, I don't know that I'm a rich start or a rock star, Bill Shea. Well, we got some new players that are 4-0 as far as having not been streamed. What? We're going with some of the undefeateds. Y'all both been on a bunch. And you and Michi were on yesterday. Didn't it? Oh, it was Ray and Michi. Now we decided we'd show all the people on the internet wanted to see Carol. They wanted to see Carol. Let's think Michi and Victor are playing, but we've, they've both been on a bunch. It's a great match, great pairing. But we wanted to give a little airtime to some of those who haven't been on the streams that also haven't lost a match. So we went with, that's right. We've seen, we're going to Carol Joy Cole, who happened to draw O'Hagan, so we get to see him again. And we decided to show Matt Reclitus, who was undefeated and who hadn't been streamed. And as luck would have it, he drew Ian Terry. Ian's been streamed a couple of times, but so be it. Matt and Carol had not been streamed, and we thought they had earned the opportunity to be shown. And everyone wants to see Carol, so we're acceding to their wishes. Ho, ho, ho. What a luck box, man. You get to buy, huh?
Company?
Sure, man. I was laying there earlier. I don't know what it was.
Yeah. How did you know I had to buy?
I just looked.
I couldn't find my name anywhere on the 1 and 3 zone.
Round 6. There you are. Going to have John O'Hagan and Carol Cole over here. All the people online want to see Carol Cole. She's undefeated.
Oh, awesome. Cool.
Oh, man.
Are we live now or no?
I guess we are live. We're waiting for the match to come up, but Dana Nazarian joining me, and I'm sure we'll probably have another ultimately. Carol?
turns out I got a buy, so I don't have to play. I'm the only one that had a buy, so I don't have to play. But I'm gonna hang out here for.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you put the whole thing in?
That's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want me to put the whole thing in?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. She wants you over here, Dana. Whatever. Now she got to redo the camera again. Whatever.
So, Bill, I heard there's a tournament in New Orleans coming up.
There is a tournament in New Orleans.
I don't know. Can you tell me more about it?
What would you like to know?
Should I go, and why should I go?
You should absolutely go. It's
Because I heard the food in New Orleans sucks,
food's terrible.
and it's kind of a slow town.
Yeah.
Not much to do there.
And we only have this Kempton Hotel, which is off the charts nice. And we're downtown again. We do our tournaments downtown, near everything. A lot of fine restaurants all around us. If you're into casinos, it's a block from the big new Caesars Casino. It's just amazing. It's going to be
I've had a lot of
amazing.
good. I've had a lot of good times in New Orleans. Okay, it looks like they're setting up.
Okay.
Carol Cole undefeated. Johnny, no fun O'Hagan.
Undefeated.
All business O'Hagan for undefeated. Big match.
can
This
start.
is important.
Carol? Yes.
Important, and we had decided
Good match.
Carol hadn't been on the stream. She deserves it with undefeated record.
Yeah.
To put her on the stream, whomever she drew.
We love O'Hagan. One of my favorite
Still remember that?
players, favorite people in backgammon.
back-to-back.
But I
Two
might
doubles
be safe to
back-to-back.
say a lot of
Win
people
one
might be
game.
pulling
Yeah,
for
that's true.
Carol in this one. The sentimental
dice
pick
will-
here.
There you go,
Turn the
man.
favor.
So
Let's hope.
this will be fun. Carl was probably waiting for her to sit up to get the camera focused on her. Got our new profile player cams here.
It's okay if you can't find it.
So here we go. So John, obviously at the top of the board playing black. Carol playing yellow at the bottom of the board.
Let's see it. I don't think there's any reason to play safe here because with that blot on the oh, I see, duplicate 6. Boy, I didn't see that play, but doesn't mean it's right, but I didn't see it. No hesitation makes the 5, better than the 9.
What has she done to
Thank
my
you.
camera?
And ironically, that would have hit if she didn't slide it earlier. Oh, a hit and cover. Now you could have played for more builders, but I think it's a solid asset getting the 9 point and no shots.
Oh, I want it.
6-4 didn't do anything. One of her worst shakes. You probably just kind of run it out. Duplicate some of the deuces. She wanted to either attack or make an advanced anchor, and she did neither. But you just got to live with that one. Some of the deuces are duplicated. And not a bad shake, right, John? He'd rather hit, but he'll settle for the bar point. Nice 4-point prime, and now she can attack.
Wait now,
Yeah,
Carol.
reaching
There you go.
prematurely. There you go. There's a big shake right here. Fan. It's not good enough. Oh, that's a good shake.
2-5. That's almost her best, perhaps.
That did a lot, yeah. Now the 1-3. Now you have to
He's
think.
going to have to hit her, huh?
Yeah, he has to. Now you got to look at this because you got a lot of hitbacks here. She didn't even think about doubling.
2 and around the corner. Well, do you do
No,
that?
you're absolutely hitting here. 100% you're
Okay,
hitting.
yeah, I overlooked that. Rotate that some more. It's not on us good anyway.
No.
Look how
That was pretty passive.
look at the and
It worked out, but I think she was supposed to be more aggressive there. Now she's got a lot of good shakes. Got to look at this double. Oh no, it points on him. She doesn't see it. It points on his head.
That's a 6.
I don't. Is she not seeing it? Back it up, Carol.
No.
Oh, she does see it now.
6.
If you see it, you have to play it. There you go. She found it. Now she's one shake away from doubling. Oh, that's... I think the double might still be coming. Because you can make the bar here. So you have to double this, I think. No double. She made the bar. Now she missed the window.
okay. Also,
And now it... I don't know. Is it too good? Probably not. Probably not. It might be too good. I don't know. Okay, that's probably maybe
I
right.
didn't know as you said.
Okay, one zip.
Patterson, the playing room mics are pretty hot. Okay.
So that was 1 point, but it could have been more, I think. Would have liked to have seen some more cube action on that.
Here.
Okay. I'm sorry. Thanks for covering there, Dana, while I was being
No
distracted.
problem.
For a
I
minute.
thought I was the color guy. I had to do play-by-play.
Okay, so 1-0 Carol.
I think he's gonna... Oh, he's gonna make the classical play.
Carol once said 5. Oh, that's a nice shake.
Two.
Yeah.
Now, do you leave the sevens for flexibility? He does.
We're fine.
I think you just duplicate the 3. Duplicate the 3-1, 6-3. I think you just continue to the 4 point. I don't like that. That's strip the 8 point for not a good reason. Now, if you throw an ace off the bar, then you've got to break the point. Look at that. All right. He's got a solid advantage. I kind of like this. I like it.
You like it? Yeah, it's going
Yeah.
to keep pressure on her clearing that 11 and mid.
I'm not 100% sure. I think she played. Yeah. Okay.
If the what time is it? If the shop's open, get me a chocolate.
So look at this. By coming to the outfield, she put pressure on the 11
I
point,
said if.
which she's, he's got to make the 5 here. I think you just got to make the 5. But because she came out, she confronted that 11 point, which I liked. I'm surprised he didn't make the 5. Because I just think you're probably going to be leaving shots anyway. You might as well lock up the permanent asset. Mm-hmm. She was a little bit vulnerable with a blot on the 4, and the 4 was duplicated. I don't know. I think I would have just paid off there. Oh, well, he made his bed, so he's going to sleep in it. I don't know. I think he might end up. Oh, why is she moving?
No,
Stay
why you
back.
Step up.
There's no reason to step up. You want to stay back.
Ooh, no, I think
no.
you
This relieves all of the pressure
yeah,
on John.
you keep some
Now that you have
aggravation.
I have to be
Wow, if John knew she was going to do that, then for sure he would have played the 6-1 the way he did.
This was
I mean,
original.
wow. Yeah, that was... There was no reason to do that. 62, 70, 80. 132 for Carol. Yeah, and John's ahead. Yeah. John cleaned up his 11 point with the race leads. So.
She's got plenty of timing to wait till he maybe has some trouble clearing the mid, though. Unless she rolls big. He might thinking of forcing the issue.
It's something like 15 or 16 pips right now.
$14 according to Alex.
Okay, 14.
You thinking of sending it from here?
Yeah, he's thinking of it. He just wants to strip his midpoint now, so that
Makes
if
it easier to clear.
yeah, if
The
you roll
doublets
double
work.
two, double two, for example, he can clear it instead
Right.
of. Wow, he'd be able to clear it anyway. What's he got? 91.
6-3 and aces. So he picked up 5. What was he up? He was up 14, so he's up 19.
101. Okay, 101.
Alex says 18. So
20. Yeah, 19. It's like 29 pips ahead after the roll, I think.
yeah.
So if he rolls something like a 5-4, he'll probably pay off to the deuce. He may just volunteer. I think 2 down here. I mean, the only thing that's helping with is
Aces.
6-1. I mean, double one. You're right.
Yeah.
Aces. So I think I'd rather just bring 2 down. I don't want to do this. I mean, you can bring 2 in, but then you have awkward aces on your next roll. Like, and 6-1's a shot. I think you just bring 2 down now. And if you're worried about double 8, you can get real cute and only bring 1 down, but I don't think that's right. Okay, I'm not really.
I preferred the other. I don't think it hurt her necessarily, but
Yeah, I just like it pure there. All right, here it comes. It's an easy take. And I think, oh, there it is, right on
nice
time.
roll.
I think you bring 2 in, and you just live with the bad shake.
Okay.
Not his best, but would have preferred the 8 point there, but it shouldn't matter.
Okay, he's gonna tread water for a roll or 2 here.
I just slot
Slot
the
the
deuce.
deuce.
You could bring 2 in, but
Could
I don't.
bring 2 in, but yeah,
I don't want that number.
it's like choice 3.
Ah,
6
So
what?
much for that.
Oh, 6-6. That's above average. And
Going to take a lot more of those.
it is now 2-1. Let's start the next one.
Whoa.
Okay.
And don't get frisky, John.
In this
Only
game.
2 points.
That's true.
That's it. It's
Okay,
mathematically
that's
impossible now.
Mathematically gin. Okay. 2-1 O'Hagan. Over on stream 2, which is on the Ace Point Backgammon YouTube channel, we have an undefeated pairing of Ian Terry versus Matt Reclitus, and Ian is out to a 4-0 lead early. So,
Are you doing out-of-town scores right now?
what's that?
Are you doing out-of-town scores?
Out of town scores?
Yeah, the other match?
Yeah, that's stream 2.
Oh, okay.
We have the 2 tables. Okay, Neil.
Already? Ah, that's efficient, Neil. Good night.
That's really fast. Jesus Christ.
Yep, that happened to me today. Ryan
Yeah,
beat me in
right.
like 4 minutes or
Who's you
something.
playing? Minority. Wow.
I like this break.
Okay. Racking them. I looked away. What happened here?
Okay.
Somebody scored a point. Let's change the scorecard.
No, he
Or
scored
was
it.
that just the rack? Okay.
2-1.
Okay. I was thinking they'd started another game in the interim. Okay.
The slot or not the slot?
With the lead, I think you don't, huh? Of course, this is early
Nothing.
in the.
Yes.
This is not obvious.
2 down.
I would bring 2 builders down, because if the one in the front gets hit, then you have 1s and 3s to hit back,
Right.
and so it's only it's really just the 6-4 you're really crushed on. Okay, great point by John, but the counterpoint there. No. Now I think you come up 2, because she's threatening to make the bar, and you need to be on the 22 point when she does that.
Right. She has a lot of ammo working on the bar. So.
Yeah, and meanwhile she's only got 3s and 5s that attack the 3 point, so
Hands?
I don't think you could. You can bring two down and just go prime versus prime, but I kind of like coming up. I like up and down. I like a little bit of both, but I can understand if he wants to just bring 2 down and play prime versus prime. By the way, it's a symmetrical position if he brings 2 down, but I just think this is better. Good play, John. And there's the bar point. Now he's very happy. He's very happy. He's on the 22 point now. And now Carol would love to either attack, throw a 9, or make the 9 point, and she can attack. So it's time to attack. And if she points on him and he fans, then you have to think about it. Because you can blitz, you can leap, you can hit that checker in the outfield. This is very straightforward to point on him. Can't
and like you
imagine
say,
what
she's got-
plan B is.
Point on him, and she's got a lot of ammo after that.
I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if she sees it or not. Because if she hits him loose here, it makes no sense. Yeah, you just could, it's a nice attacking shake. And that was one of his worst. Didn't do anything. I guess it made the 10-point. He really wanted to
I'm
just throw a
still
six
just
or
a
make.
little bit perplexed by her earlier play, but
Yeah, I can't explain it either. And there's the 6, and if she rolls a deuce, she probably wins the game, and if she doesn't, she probably loses. So this is a huge shake, and she missed.
there's the
And
6
now-
prime, but problem is no one's behind it.
Now you got to count it up because it's close to a double here. 50, 70, 84, 118, 26, 56, 86, 92, 112, 116. So it's, I think Carol's ahead 2 pips. So this is a tricky shake.
This is a really tricky
No, yeah,
shot.
you
can't,
can't-
leave
yeah,
the
you-
2 shots.
You can't. Okay, so he's up 5, and he's got the outfield, and he's threatening to make the bar on every shake or the 4. So the cube is got to be a close one here. You could just slot the deuce and go 8 to 6. There you go. Now he's got to think about it. I don't think he has it yet. Now he can make it. Everything's it's a shot anyway, so you might as well make the ball. Oh no, I
makes the
didn't
deuce.
see that. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
can make the deuce. All right, safe.
No. Because we got to get a little sleep, you know?
All right, 6-3. So now this is
Why don't you ask Tarp?
okay. There's some background chatter here. So, but anyway,
I'm sorry.
I couldn't. I lost track of the count, but there was no sense of giving a shot. So where are we at? That's awkward.
That's really
You just
awkward.
got to play safe. No. I think she wanted to move up to the 21 if she could, but she can't. So sit back, bring
Bring
2
him
down.
down,
Now
huh?
she's completely lost the outfield, but what's going on here? 36. 82. 35. 90. 8 pips. He's up 8 and he has control. So this is very close to a double. It might be a double. If I got the count right, he's up 10% in the race. And he's got, he's threatening to make something or attack. I think
46, 72, 82 for black. So what you got?
I think I got 90 for white. 24,
Yeah.
32, 43,
42, 47,
83, 85, 90. So it's
55, 66, 90.
and he just lost his market.
Nothing a 4-6 wouldn't cure. Boom. No.
Might be too good. He didn't hesitate. Yeah, it's not too good. The boxes is really bad and not enough gammons. Carol, you should be setting up the next game right now.
There's just no way to even think about taking this. Huh?
It was borderline too good, and now I'm not sure. Boy. Well, the Knicks lost a 20-point lead or something with like 2.5 minutes
Again?
left. So, no. And I'm saying if that could happen, she
okay,
could
the other
take
night.
this
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah. They're playing tonight. When?
John's praying she
I
does.
know justification, but I'm just thinking what happened.
No, don't tell me. No spoilers here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no spoilers.
spoilers,
I might watch that later.
Oh, it's the other series tonight. I
Yeah.
won't spoil it either.
Yeah, no spoilers on that. I hope Minnesota makes it a series, but OKC looks like they look tough. You know, I wouldn't mind seeing an OKC Indiana final. That'd be a pretty compelling final. I think.
Running up and down the court slugfest.
Wow!
Whoa!
Took it!
Hell, can you take this?
Wow! Look at John Smirking, and now they're both laughing.
Hear me? We're both thinking
Throw the boxes.
too.
Okay, she's gonna. Wow, you do this. Just got to take it to the deuce, or you could leave.
No, I mean the problem is I think you.
You don't want to leave two indirects. do you?
Well, yeah, but now the fives play awkwardly. That's what he's thinking. But
Yeah.
you can't. You don't really want to give 3 shots off the bar. So, but a 5 is very awkward here. Okay, that's a great shake. That's a good shake.
Okay, 4 threes. Any 4-3? Ooh, 4-1. Nothing to do but stay. Man.
Let's see if No Fun O'Hagan makes it fun. They don't call him No Fun for nothing. All right. Just got a couple percent, maybe.
And she does that flaring, throwing motion.
With the hands up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at the efficiency of Mr. O'Hagan.
Hasn't missed
Not
yet.
missing anything. That's 3 off. And, you know, one big set of boxes would really make her the favorite. Oh, that's a good play. Now the ace goes 2-1.
Almost a good number.
One big set here, and oh, there it is! Unbelievable. How did she know?
How did you know?
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is going to be a cube. This is coming back. Got to be coming back right here. You have to go to 4 here.
And John's going, what in the
No,
world?
it's a 3 roll versus 3 roll, and John's more likely to miss than
John's
she
more
is.
likely to miss.
You have to double. Wow, isn't she double? Why isn't she doubling? Okay.
And if he misses, well, she should have doubled last roll. Hopefully she'll double this roll. I was going to say, Carol, you don't get these kind of opportunities every day. You know, you got to.
Pass. 2-3.
You said earlier.
Now, she did it.
Is this your phone?
That's mine.
Okay.
She did it. She must have known. How did she know?
How did she take it? How did she know?
That was the scenario she was thinking about. Didn't hit, but still won the race. But I think missed an opportunity there. I don't know if John had
one extra roll.
I don't know if he might have. I didn't look at it enough to see if he could take it, but at first glance, it looked like 3 roll versus 3 roll, or 3.5 versus 3.5, kind of. Wow, 2 down, and she got away with it. So now she's got a lot of attack. So he just anchored up and said, "Okay." The 6 is clear, and then you can either slot the 5 or you can slot either 5. I think I come up. Yeah, you don't want to give up the midpoint this early. The 9 point's not worth it. Now you've lost the outfield. But you can get it back with a 6-5 now. And now you just make the 3.
Make the 3.
And the ace is duplicated. But the outfield is worth a huge amount here, so giving that up is pretty costly. She basically, you don't want to have disconnected armies.
So
She's got
down
one
and
army.
up.
She's got
Yeah.
one. She's got an army of 13 on one side and 2 on the
Two
other side with
stragglers on the other
with a
side.
C in between, which is not what you're looking for.
If you do that, she's got to split the back, doesn't
Oh,
she?
2. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, if I do it this way.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, she needs to get those checkers moving closer to the rest of her army. She's quickly going to be trapped, and that putting a spare on the 3 doesn't do anything. So she better throw something really good, and that's not it.
That's not it.
That is not
And had
it.
she split them, one of them would have ran all the way.
Sorry. Sorry. Getting excited.
So it's John's could double.
I want to fill in the right
Could
spot,
double
yeah?
this. Maybe. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, he controls everything. I like the double here. If he makes the bar, the game's over. He throws a 10. I think I would have cubed that.
She probably would have taken it though.
That's fine. What's wrong with that? I mean, think of the parlay that has to happen right now for her to win. I mean, it's just to hit a fly shot or get one out and get missed and then not be primed in. I mean, a lot has to go right.
7 and 8.
Well,
There's the fly shot.
This is how it starts.
John's like, didn't we see this movie
I mean,
earlier today?
How did John know? I would have thrown that cube over at least 2 shakes ago, maybe 3, and I'd be bummed right now. And she gets the other one
She gets
right
the
out.
other 6.
So now you can.
Duke the 8.
Well, she could have duped the 5s though. I
true.
think the other one might have been better. Oh, but she threw the double 5.
She knew well, huh?
Yep. But the reason why is this one's harder to get away because now the 6 doesn't get by that midpoint.
Right.
That's why I think I would have played the other one. But yes, ma'am.
Here it goes.
Yeah, I don't.
John's like,
Well, you know, he doesn't get gammoned here much at all, so he takes.
like watching a nightmare.
Pick and pass.
Nightmare on Elm Street here.
Yeah. John's got more game than you think here. He just there's 3 checkers like basically out of play for Carroll. So if he hits one shot, and he just doesn't. He's not afraid of getting gammoned here, as long as he's got that ace point anchor. That's awkward. I think you go
8 and deuce.
13-12. Yeah. Well, I would come down because I would come down. Yeah. Give yourself a good 6 here. That's my play. All right, beautiful shake. Wow, that's efficient.
Wow, that's right.
That's pretty good. Now the gammons are real, but
This shake.
the gammons became a reality. Wow. Okay. No.
No.
Too
no. Clear it.
I'm clearing. I am clearing quickly. I know what she's thinking.
give the
She's
sign of the cross
she's
and
thinking
clear. Like,
she's thinking
thank you.
two off makes me,
Yeah,
more gammons. But the thing is you're getting 2 off now, but you're getting less off
Whoa.
later. Like next shake, she's gonna get less off than she would have had she made the other play. She's peeling 2 or 4 next time, so whereas she might not peel any this time, and so why risk? A lot of bad stuff can happen from here, like this.
That's
See,
only worse next roll.
And she only got 1 off there, so
Yeah.
it's. I think she was thinking it's more gammons, but I'm not sure. I think it's less gammons, less wins. And this is slow bear off, so John will probably still get off the gammon if he. I think he'll still get off the gammon. I just run it all the way. I'm not wasting any pips here. Yeah, I don't think I would have done that, but
Look here. Oh, baby.
what a shake. That was a monster.
Okay, got to do that now.
I don't think. Boy, he's just not afraid of the gammon, is he?
Okay, shot time.
Yeah, he burned, what, 6 pips total or 4? He burned a lot of pips. He hit. Beautiful. Wow. What a crazy
she
game
got?
we
5
decided
off?
to love and
Yeah.
play. 5 off?
5 off.
Yeah, he's got to close her out first before he can redouble. And then it's a bare money take. So it all depends on the distribution.
Oh, I don't know, Carol.
Yeah,
I might have stacked them.
Yeah, I think so because now, wow, what a bad shake. Nothing hits.
I'd have stacked them and not let her have any opportunity to get a second checker.
I agree, and it's a faster bear off too
Yeah.
because the board's not helping you here. I mean, ironically, it might help if John slots it.
Yeah, she
So,
she were to hit him and he dances on the
but
3-point.
usually
board.
the board's not going to help. So
Okay.
now the attack.
Yeah, just attack at all, any and all opportunity.
So that was not a great pointing number because the
It
spare's
leaves
not.
him the spare deep.
Yeah, he'll take it, but I think if his distribution was better, he might be redoubling here.
Okay. I thought it was here. Okay.
But this is like a yeah. So this is a really important shake. This very next shake, he doesn't want a 6. He wants 2 off here, or at least to keep a
Yeah,
closed
before he
board.
clears it.
This is like a terrible shake would be like a 6-1. A 6-1 would be bad. 6-1, 6-2. Of course, double 6s leaves a shot. Double 5s leaves a shot. But
5 all.
3s are not good either. 3, what? They're not too bad. Like 4-3 is not great. When John starts calculating stuff, it gets kind of scary. It's
When you have to figure with John and calculate stuff, whatever he decides to do is probably correct.
yeah. I mean, he's looking at the score, and if the blot on the deuce, if the spare on the deuce was on the 6, I think he'd be doubling this. Yeah, he's doubling it anyway.
I think she's going to take it.
Yeah, it's a take.
Oh,
I think it's a
she
take.
let it go.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anybody on the chat want to run that would be nice.
Yeah, if anybody's, Alex is
I didn't think 5 off was good enough.
somebody, if anybody. I thought that was a take.
Yeah, with 5 off, you know. And his distribution wasn't great.
And no spare on the 6.
Right.
3-4.
All right, seesaw battle. How many lead changes already? 3 lead changes, I think. Make the points, Carol. There you go. That's called the rack. Nice rack, John. Right.
Oh, look at this.
Nice rack, John. Like, she made that look like silly putty there. No problem. Racking right through that. Now you have to come up. I don't think
I
you
think
hit.
you just play this safe.
Yeah, I think so. You've got the race lead. You can still attack next time, and if he rolls the 3, you tip your hat. Okay. Awkward 3-1.
This is 5 and 3.
That's the 3, and I think he goes 6-5. Yeah. John wanted to move his back checker, but he can't.
Okay, he needs a point. There it
Oh,
is.
wow.
That's
gotta-
a point.
I got to learn how to do this.
That's the point.
I-
Okay,
That's a huge cube.
I wouldn't doubt if she doesn't. She's going to send this.
Huge cube.
Should send this.
Wow.
What other one? A redouble take.
Yeah, how big was the take?
99. 099.
0.099
0.099.
mistake not to take. Yeah.
No, 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 no.
Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3.
Well, that's not a good. I mean, she could have just cubed him out.
Now she just plays on.
Well, no, I mean, if he rolls a deuce, he's got tons
Well,
of game.
if he doesn't roll a deuce,
Okay.
I just play on.
You got a double now. No, you gotta.
Thank you, Jeff, on that analysis.
I don't think it was too.
I thought it was too good, but I don't.
No, because a lot of bad stuff can happen there. One shot off the bar. I didn't see how many checkers did she have out. Did he have out? If he closed her out, how many? If she closed him out, how many?
He had like 4 out. Sean ran that double by 039.
Which double was that?
That last one. Carol's.
It was too good.
No. It was,
Yeah.
the way I read it, it was a correct
It was
double.
correct double by 0.0.
0.039.
Yeah, I didn't think it was too good. Right. You know, she had 1 checker out of play, and that's the reason why. Now I think you just threaten the checker on the 9. You just come right up and say, "Let's go." The 6 that covers the 9 point also attacks on the 3, so it's duplicated. So I think on this you make the 9 point. As much as you'd like the 5. You leave 2 shots. Oh, okay. He's making the. It might be right. It might be.
Go to the 8.
Now, I think you want a tempo hit here. Because if he doesn't hit, something is going to be made. And so this is a pure tempo hit here. with a better board. You have to hit one of them. And he chose the one on the 3. And he's just going to keep slashing away now. He's saying, all right, we're in a hitting contest, blots versus blots, but I got 2 points, you got 1. I like my chances. I think you got to... I think you... Wow. I would come up on the 21 and hit. It's a pretty big play, but...
Yeah, I mean,
Okay. Wow, that's interesting. He's saying... Now he's... Did the opposite. He's
with
saying...
those 2 blots over there. I'm a
He's
little
saying, let's have
surprised
a blot cleanup contest,
Oh yeah.
which is an interesting tactic. But I would have been tempted to just
Wow,
keep hitting.
What do you do with that? Yeah, you could make the 5.
Yeah, I would think, why not hit the other one? There's less, well, okay, this duplicates 5s everywhere. At first glance, I thought this is more shots back, but maybe not. This is a pretty good play. This dupes 5s in 3 different places. She could have hit the other one, though. But now, this doesn't dupe. This doesn't, well, it kind of duplicates the 5. It's a tough play. I'm not sure. I think I liked her original play a little slightly
I think I
better.
like her original play a little bit too.
Would you say making the 5 is...
Which she could have made the 5.
Yeah, I don't think that's
It
good
leaves
enough.
him a full roll to attack her.
I think you got to hit. Okay, now 5s hit, 6s make the anchor. 5 hits. So this went from a hitting contest to a blot cleanup contest, and now it's back to a hitting contest. Like I said, you know, John's winning the hitting battle here with a slightly better board. I mean, you might think 2 points versus 1. What's the difference? Well, it matters. Okay, well, you can make some outfield anchor and then just go 6 to 5, or you could go 23-22, but I think there's plenty of time to do that. That seems clear. All right, something's got to give. Beautiful shake. And that basically immobilizes 2 spares there. The spare on the 6 and the 5 just became frozen. So, and a nice response from John. 6-4. You could just
Make the 5.
well, you could come out with 2. You could come out with 2. As if he hits with a 6, he's hitting from a stripped point, and he has to abandon the anchor. Or he could make the 4, and also leave, you know, the shots in front of a stripped point.
Flat 3.
This does... Yeah, I didn't love that. If I'm going to leave a shot, I'm making something. Made the 8 point or the 10 point. Which one's better? If he leaves the checkers on the 16, they're closer to his back checkers, so he can connect them up easier. Wow. She's making these primes look irrelevant. I mean, that's just old school right there. The second pair were tough to play. I don't know if I would have done that. Because she's got a pretty awkward formation here. She could have just kept them going, or... Yeah, see, almost every shake's going to be awkward now. I think you just got to go 2 down. You can't bury one here. If you get hit, you're not happy, but at least you got that anchor on the bar point. So I'd bring 2 down here and try to make the 5 point on the next shake. pretty ugly shake. But when you play an extra spare to the 3, that kind of leads to a lot of ugly shakes. So I guess you can look at 10 to 8, 10 to 7, and you don't want to do this. You're just better off leaving a shot. Yeah, this is going to get ugly fast. If I'm John, I'm building my board because you're going to get a shot, and if you hit, you can... There's another problem. So now, with one less spare to make the 5, maybe you break the 10 point now. Or you can still bring 2 down. Yeah, that duplicates the 2. This is okay too. I don't know which one's better.
Ugh.
That's too ugly.
Just total scrippage if she were to do something like that.
I guess you just keep all the checkers connected. Well, you could do 3s and 1s, but I just feel like you go to the 12 point so that if you get hit with like a 1-5, this dupes 3s and 1s.
Dupes the 3.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
Wow.
I mean, I just don't know how to. I don't know how to make these plays. It's unbelievable. So every time looks like she's one roll away from being crushed, she comes through.
Wow.
Point, hit, point. Now the last one's interesting. Do you go play it really big and go 10 to 7? Because this whole game comes down to the 4 point. The 4 point determines this game, and do you go all out to make it right
all
now?
out.
It's a lot of blots. If he comes in with 2, it may be difficult to clean up.
Well, I guess I won't like double
And the
2.
cube is still in the middle. Maybe discretion is the better part of valor here, so... Now you leap. There's no reason to leave those extra shots, so just keep it going.
Yeah.
You can't activate another builder or anything.
Yeah.
Let's pay off to the 18 to 1 shot here.
Yeah, I had to wait for him.
If she makes the 4 point, it's a huge pass. So at what point can she double? Can she double this? It's just weird with those 2 spares out of play. He's got a 1-2 back game, but he has no timing. Old play. He said, I don't have timing, so I'm coming up. So John's going to get rewarded. So he beat her to the 4 point, which is what he wanted to do. This game depended on that 4 point, which was why maybe it was worth playing it big earlier to try to go for it. But okay, that's not as great as it looked, because now his 2-4 back game is more comfortably timed. He wants a 5. Nice play by Carroll. Clearing a point. John's going to get a shot. I think you just
He can
run it. Yep.
Why she kept a spare there.
And now I may be volunteering if I'm Carroll with something like this. I'd be tempted to volunteer there.
Well, he's going to make one of those points.
Yeah, he's going to make one or both, and then he made them both. And now you kind of wishing maybe I wish I volunteered last time. But
Yeah, just go to the ace, I guess. Huh?
yeah, you can't. Now a shot is fatal, so you have to play safe. And he might crack. He might have to break one of his back points. If she can throw, like she wants to roll a 6 is pretty good because it's frozen. Not that 6. Yeah, that's a good 6.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's a good 6. She can go, yep, 5-3. So that's a good stall. Now, if John rolls higher than a 6, he has to break one of his points. Or he has to, switch or do something he doesn't want to do. Like that. So he's got to come off. I think he has to, well, he can just make the ace. He didn't want to do that, but he has to. Wow.
Wow.
Monster. I would have volunteered anyway, but she didn't even have to worry about that. Now John's thinking, and the cube is still in the middle here, so the cube has to be...
Send it here.
Well, it might be too good because there's no bad shakes here. So you might want to wait and throw boxes or something, and then maybe it was too good, but barely.
Okay.
When John came off, that happened too fast. When John came off with the 6, oh no, he didn't. He made the deuce point, ace point. I don't know whether she missed a double or not. I don't think she did, but I'm not sure.
Much better.
Carol's 4 away, so she would love to gammon with the cube at 2 here.
Yeah,
You gotta
that
be
was
thinking
really
about that.
important that he brought both of those in on that last shake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
Nice. Nice roll.
Carol needs to make an advanced anchor somehow. I guess 2 down. He could have come out to the bar point there. Might have been reasonable too. For this reason, if she came out
to 5,
yeah,
5 or the bar, preferably 5. There it is.
That's it. This
John's in pretty good shape. If he makes the bar, he's got this one. So one play is to come all the way.
5, huh?
One play is to come all the way out here. 24-18 or this play. If you come all the way out, you get missed. This is the stodgy play, which, boy, I don't think so. I understand. He's worried about the rack there. You get hit. There were 3 possible plays there. That was a tough play. But John's figuring, I just want to get my... Oh, that's a monster roll. John was thinking, I just want to get my back checker home, and I don't have to want to worry about all these blots around. Yeah, now you come up.
Step up and down.
As Michi says, you got a prime with 13 checkers, so you need to get that last spare into play. So this one needs to be attacked, especially with the blot in the inner board. You have to attack now. Attack, attack, attack. Okay, this is a big roll. Monster.
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 Very nice.
Hit, cover, make the 10-point. Yeah, it's did a few good things there. Is it too good? I don't think so. Can he win it? Can't be too good. I'm doubling this. What's she doing? She's scaring me.
Like she was gonna beaver him.
Are they boxing backgammon? Well, she took one earlier that surprised me, so I wasn't sure.
And turned it around.
She was looking for the 64. 4 away, 4 away. This is backgammon. This is good. And this is the action opening. There could be a lot of blot hitting here, back and forth. Okay, we got a holding game instead. Awkward.
Yeah, that.
Man, he wanted to do something more constructive than that. And she punished him. And do you bring a builder? I think you bring a builder.
Yeah, there's so little development either way.
Yeah, I'd unstack that midpoint. Now she's got a couple stacks. So now she could have had the 10-point at this point. But
Yeah.
3 is duplicated. So there's 2 plays. That's probably the right one. And she can make that point. Right. I guess now you can out or you can hit. You know, it's hitting from the strip point is not so great. John must be calculating the race he's ahead, so why get into a plot hitting contest? Carol's throwing a couple haymakers in this match. Gotta perform, John. Whoa, big.
Shake.
Cube saving shake there. Make the 10. Gotta leave it up. Yeah. Six four can't come from the midpoint, so you got to make the deuce. An awkward one, but I suppose you just run it to the bar point. You know, even if John rolls a deuce, a lot of times he's not hitting. That clears his 11 point, which seems like the right idea here. The other play is to just slot the 5. This is tricky. If he puts on one hand, clearing the 11 does something constructive, but then you're putting 3 checkers on the 8 point, which the 6s go to the deuce, which doesn't help.
I think that match finished.
It's just harder to build your board when you got the stack on the 8 instead of just slotting it
think
right
it
now.
finished.
Okay. I definitely understand that. Okay, so now, what is the race? What's going on here? Is this what you want to do? Or do you want more contact? Is this a 60, 90, 100, 13, 23, 29, 129, 62, 92, 100, 18, 23. It's very close. So that's interesting. But he didn't. I think you just make the deuce now. So it's a mutual holding game and the race is close.
Really tricky coming around to Carol, though.
Do you do that or did you make the 4 point to give yourself a good 6? It's a little technicality. No shots. Now.
No shot, but it's getting more awkward by the moment.
Well, John might has a few awkward shakes himself here. Like this one. So she would love to hit him here. Double 4s would crack. Don't want that. That was a good shake.
Very nice.
It was. If you're not going to hit, that's pretty good. Another awkward shake. You might have to do. The problem is, if you do something like 4-1, make the ace point, for example. This is the moment where John's about to have to break one of his outfield points, but you can't bury you can't bury the checker on the 6. You can't bury that one, so I just feel like I guess you make the ace. I don't
think so. John can probably sustain one more roll.
You could, right, exactly. If you do this, though, John is likely going to just leap. But then he has to clean up his blots. I really don't know what's right here. This just feels wrong.
Kicks the can down the road.
It might be right, though. I mean, you kept your board, but I don't know. It just didn't feel right. Wow. That rectified everything instantly. Now John has to switch. Now a 6. Something gives. It's not going to be a good shake. Okay, you can play it.
That's fine. Whoa.
Got to pay off now.
I think so.
He could duplicate 3s. He's got to look at the race. He could go 20 to 12 and duplicate 3s. Is it worth it? I'm not. Who's ahead in the race? 32, 48, 58, 68, 78, 84, and 62, 72. Yeah, so Harold's ahead, so maybe he doesn't want to do that. Maybe he just wants to. Maybe he wants to go 13 to 8, stay back. Well, it's a very difficult play. Mm. 84. 60. He's opting to stay back. The
Wow.
perfecta. Yeah, honestly, I don't know what the right play was on the 5-3. I would have been. I think it was a tough play. I'm doubling this now, I think. What's the race? You're just way ahead in the race. I'm doubling, and I own the outfield.
79.
There you go.
Yeah, it's over 100. 40, 79, 101, so 22 pips.
Did you see the 5-3? You didn't see it? Okay. What is the chat like
Not
on the
getting
5-3?
much, a lot of people watching, but not many talking.
Yeah. That was a tough play.
A lot watching, but not many talking.
I think if he had a better race, maybe he just comes out, but he didn't.
Both down. Well, I don't know. Is this opinion or analysis, Stoic? Both down was right, but I don't know if that's opinion or analysis. From XG, both down was right.
Makes the bar.
Okay.
But she does have she has a beautiful 4 prime just in time. But she's got stripped 7 and 8 and a stack on the 6. So it's not perfect yet, and that's an awkward shake. And we've seen her break the midpoint before, but I don't
think so. I'm playing,
it's not right here.
I'm playing 2 off the 6.
I think so too, Bill, because the ace is duplicated.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, the ace is duped.
Doesn't do any good to hit it. So it just this is the play.
Well, but hitting was a tempo play to prevent this.
Well,
right.
So you take half a roll out of her.
Yeah.
His hand.
Maybe the tempo hit was right. Here I think you got to make the ace. This is Carol's shake, right?
Yeah.
So you make the ace and prevent him from making yet another point. So at this score, John has to double extremely aggressively. And there's a lot of drops at this score. And that may be the game winner if he's missed. If he's missed, this game's over. Okay.
He's it.
Okay,
Now,
do you make
out?
do you take the opportunity? You know what? I like it.
I like it. I think you got to do it.
I think. Look, when are you going to do it? If you don't do it now, you're just going to do. I think you got to do it. You got a 3-point. He's got a 3-point. This just disconnects everything. Nah, I think you got to come out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Little skittish there.
Well, she might have played it right, but I don't think so. You got to take a chance at some point. You're never going to get
and I might not have told you this. I've used it several times this weekend. An adage that I've used a lot. You can't be afraid to lose, and you can't be afraid to win.
Yeah.
You gotta.
I mean, it was a perfect. You hit, and you get you're keeping him busy, and you're trying to get out while you keep. Even if you get hit back, you could still have shakes off the bar.
Jonah's like, must come out. It's not close.
Yeah. Look at this. John got hit, and he's still deciding whether he should double here. Because at this score,
4-way.
The thing is there's not many gammons for him here. She's got the ace point. She's not going to, she could just sit there on the ace point forever and not get gammon. So it's just not a lot of gammons here. But there's a surprising number of obvious money takes that are passes at this score. Like, I think I had a second or third roll position that was a pass the other day at this score.
Okay.
And she would have connected that puppy up on the last one. She would have had the
31 error, not to double there.
.3 .031. Yeah, it was close. So the irony was it wouldn't have hit anything, and she would have made the bar point with this roll if she took the initiative. And then I think this is a pass. Is that a pass? Yeah, at this score, that might have been a pass. Because now the gammon threat is real.
Going south quickly.
Thanks, Roberto. Now, if you're Carol, you're just saying, my whole objective is to just get off the gammon, so you got to be extremely careful here. Like, don't run into triple shots and get on the bar.
Okay, no sweat.
So this is a tough play. I don't know. Yeah. You know, you could go 24-23, but then you might be on the bar for a long time. And at this score, you can't get gammoned. I'll be the first one to admit I don't know how to play this. I don't know what to do. If you come out, you're certainly going to get hit. Maybe you don't care if you get hit. I guess you don't care if you're hit, but you just don't want to be on the bar for a long time. I think this is okay because...
Oh, that was a nice shake.
It
If
was...
he'd hit her loose on this 7, at least she's got a couple of returns.
I actually like Carol's play coming out because if you get hit out there, at least you're not being pointed on, and the fifth point isn't being made, and you got plenty of time to come back in and keep your board.
109 blunder to take.
Yeah, it was a pass at this score, right? Yeah. That's exactly what I was talking about earlier. There's so many money takes where you wouldn't even think about it that are big, huge passes at this score. And you just got to take your medicine. Slot. Yes, you're going to get hit loose. And watch O'Hagan. He's going to be clever, and he might not even make the deuce point. He might leave it slotted. Okay, here he didn't have a choice, but given the choice, he might have. Sometimes it's right to leave it slotted so you get hit. So you can pick up more checkers. And I know John's was thinking about that.
This could very possibly be match here.
I don't think so. I think she's going to get off.
What do you think the save percentage is here? 40s?
Yeah, I don't know exactly, but it's high. It's pretty high.
The thing that hurts is not having that point. Not even have the 5.
Yeah, I don't think she cares that much about that. She just... The key is throwing the 6 early. You just want to liberate that bear as quickly as you can. All right, so this is the shake. Like, this is a huge, sneaky, huge shake right here. You desperately want a 6. Okay, the gammon chances went up significantly on that roll. Yeah, kill the 4. That's fine. And then the next one's even bigger. So now tricky. Do you stick with the distribution to peel more checkers off like this? Yep. At DMP, I think he would have played something different. Oh, that's a big shake. Now with a 4-point board, maybe he's peeling. Carroll's in good position to get off the gammon now. Do you peel? I think I'm ripping one here. I think I'm ripping one here, but
So what do I do?
only because the other players just stacks everything up. Fours are awkward here. He doesn't want to roll a 4. Carroll, don't be.
Don't.
Now is not the time to be burning pips. None off. Now, if she can fade being pointed on here, she's in great shape to get off the gammon. Yeah, she's in pretty good shape. But, if she rolls a 6, she should.
She's gone.
She should be gonzo.
Doesn't have any choice.
I'll tell you, I don't remember, but this is the 4th or 5th lead change. 5th lead change, 4th lead
Something
change.
is
Seesaw match. It was 1-0, then 2-1 the other way, then 3-2. And wow, maybe the 5th lead change. I don't know. 6-7.
Oh man.
Plenty of time on the clock, so clock shouldn't be a factor.
Guess I was lucky I didn't get gammon that time.
3 men back. Yeah, you're favored to get off the gammon.
Really? With 3 men back?
Yeah. So,
2 men back, yeah. 3 I thought was dangerous.
no, it's more dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, we're still favored to get off the gammon.
I prefer the 11 point there. That's one of the reasons why. Nice response. Well, you could make the 4, or you could slide that up. I make the 4. I think I make the 4 and just pick up my dice and dupe the ace. I just want to start developing something.
Oh, nice shake there. This thing has
I have no clue here.
take the forward slot to deuce. I got to get something going over here.
Yeah, I'd make the 4, I guess. I'm not coming out. I'm just gonna stay on the 5. And I guess I'd come down. I don't like putting one on the deuce. I know this
That's fair enough.
it strips the midpoint, but
There's probably a shot somewhere, and I don't think he wants to bury one.
that's a pretty awful shake. Well, I guess we're gonna get punished for stripping the midpoint here. That's why he did what he. That's why he played what he just played. He said, "All right, if you throw a 3, it comes with a penalty for stripping it earlier." It's unclear to me what to play. I guess you can try to remake the midpoint on the next shake with this play. It's a complicated game here.
Yeah.
He hits, and you got to hit 2 here. You got to unstack that big stack. And then if this could quickly turn into a good game, although it's hard to blitz with 5 back. She's not even thinking about doubling, and I don't think it's a double, but you got to think about it at least at this score.
Hitting and button up on the other side.
That's a big shake. She wouldn't have minded being hit on the deuce, but because she could make the 5, but that was just a big shake. And now I think she just has to continue to try to make the 5 point. It's like bacon and eggs. The chicken was involved, but the pig was committed. All right, so you just can't double with 6 back. What a monster! Oh my goodness! I don't. This is like they're playing a different game than I'm used to playing.
Oh,
Wow! Hit for tat. Yikes! This. Why not make the 3 there? Yeah. You just look at those 3 checkers on the 6 point are frozen now.
Yeah,
when you
this
do
causes
that.
him a lot of grief.
I kind of like that. I mean, you can't hold them. You're going to break it, but
Next roll.
yeah. Wow, what do you do with the deuce? See, now there's 4 checkers out of play. Temporarily. Now I think you make the 15 point. All right, she's making the 16. Why not the 15? I think I would have kept the 3-5 back game. Yeah.
You should have seen some of them earlier. I mean, it was like twice this many people. There's a big stack over in the corner. Big stack over in the corner.
Hey, this is a sneaky important play. I think I'm jumping into the outfield 20 to 15. I know there's a lot of blots everywhere, but you've got to have flexibility here. And there's all strip points in the outfield, so you're not really worried about getting hit out there. But the key to this game is you've got to contain those 2 back checkers. You need to start to get the checkers into play in the outfield. This does not go to a good outfield spot. I like going all the way to the 15. And stacking more on the 20 points inflexible. I don't like this. And I definitely don't like that.
Yeah.
I want to get into the outfield and mix it up and say, okay, what is KG said? Let's wrestle. Put it in the do, come into the outfield and say, okay, bring it on. You wanna start smashing checkers on each side, I'll do that. 4-point board against a 2-point board. Oh, awkward. Terrible shake. Well,
She burned a lot of time on that too.
it's not as bad as I thought, but he really wanted to get his back checker moving.
Where's the ace?
It'll be 18-15 maybe, huh?
It's the only play. There's no
Yeah.
other play. I guess you could. Okay, 16-15 for sure, and then look at the deuce. But yeah, what's wrong with this? That's fine. John cannot leap that 5 prime if his life depended on it. Now you got some outfield presence. I don't know if I'd be in such a hurry. I think I'm just clearing the 15-point here. No, I'm staying back. I think I would have stayed back.
Yeah, you give her a lot of free play behind you without the kind of quasi goalkeeper back there.
I would have been hit, but it would have been a scary hit for John. Boy, this is brittle as heck for John. I don't know if she didn't miss a double there. Because look at this. This is a mess. It might have been...
Might have been a key.
She didn't...
She needs to send it this time, though.
She just played a little too fast. Maybe it wasn't a double, but it's so brittle. I think I might have doubled that one at this score.
There it is.
Yeah, and I think this is a pass. Yeah. I feel like maybe she missed one or two.
She did miss a double, according to the guy that's been analyzing.
I don't think she was thinking about it. Like,
okay, two away. Likely it.
Maybe I was too good. Maybe I should try at least giving it a chance.
I think at this score I'm just running it to the 14, but it's kind of personal preference here.
This score.
We're gonna see the cube.
I think since it's
No
the
cube?
cube's going to be in play anyway. I don't think she would have had to make that 2-point.
He's thinking about
that's what I think, Alex. That that's a gammon go kind of play, and the cube's going to be in play, so it's worthless.
I'm not sure about that one. That might have been right, but
Where's the cube? Gotta send this.
well, John's saying there's no shake I can have that gives me more than 70%. I don't even know who's favored here, to be honest with you. Who's favored?
Well, I'd rather be yellow, I think.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think I'd rather be John, but I'm not sure. Stack them up. Ugly. I'm doubling this.
Yeah, I'm doubling. for
I'm
sure.
doubling. Double, double, double.
Absolutely.
Because there's a lot of horrendous shakes here for
I
John.
don't know
that-
what her hesitation is.
I think. Can you lose your market? I think you can. She's counting. Please don't do that. You should not do this. I don't. Even if you're ahead in the race, don't do this. You're relieving all the pressure.
Makes his life a lot easier.
I didn't count it, but I don't even care what the count is.
You've got him way outboarded, so keep that difficulty for him.
131, 65, 105, 135. Now, it's 4 pips. It was. John's up 6 pips now, but you would have put so much pressure on him by staying back. Every single roll, he'd be holding his breath.
The pressure would be that much greater.
Yeah, but this is easy to play. I mean, you're not going to leave any shots here.
I know, but had she left it back and then made the 4-point as well, she'd have the 5-point board with the quasi goalkeeper back there.
Yeah, and he would have rolled a 4-1, and he would have stacked yet another one on the 8. So it would have been a mess for him.
I don't have enough time to
Was it 1 pip?
play around, do I?
Whoa.
Market has been lost.
Are you waiting on this match? Do you know?
44, 84, 93, 103,
You win or lose?
96. Yeah, 96, 103.
Oh, it's that close?
Yeah,
Okay, market has not been lost.
Guess I gotta take this.
there it is. Yep. She's 8 pips down.
And there's big gaps there, too. Still some gaps. Here endeth the commentary.
Yeah.
Let's just
Uh-oh.
exclamation point. 2 sets of boxes at DMP is usually good.
Oops, sorry.
Where's
Oh,
Ian?
that was 5s.
Ian was rooting for. He's undefeated. He was rooting for Carol here, I'm sure.
2, 3, 4.
Wow, this was back and forth, and there was
Well, that's a nice.
a relatively large number of jokers in this match. Yes. I didn't have the count. I didn't have the count.
I'm bringing the car down.
But, you know, well, I mean, John was calculating, is there any if I roll my joker, is it still less than 30%? Is it still more than 30%? And if the answer is yes, then he's not going to lose his market. Well, I've seen Carol do this before. And that doesn't. I think I would have went 2-1 to not miss. Because if you miss here, it's fatal. Yep, it's over.
Brutal.
It's over now.
It's over.
Good for John. Good match. That was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It was really fun.
Thank you, Carl. Tough match.
Okay,
Was I supposed to drop that?
John O.
You need higher take.
Okay, sports fans, that's it for tonight.
And it was like
10 a.m. 10 a.m., which is only 10 short hours from now. Huh? Says 10 on the schedule. Yeah, 10 a.m.
Oh no, I thought it was 10:30.
Good night, all.
Okay, thank you very much, Dana. We will see you in 10 hours. Good night.